This is the CheckDown. No fluff. No filters. Just football.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I'm your host, Smitty. We back again, man, with another one, another week of football. Now we got to work on the offseason, man, get back to the regular season, but it's a lot of things going on in between time. In the meantime, we got my boy Vino back. Appreciate you for popping back in, bro.
No problem, bro. About to say, what's good, Smitty? What's good, Dre?
It's good, man. Hey, Smitty outnumbered right now. We got the light skin brigade in the building today, huh?
Yeah, chill.
Hey, man. Listen, man. I ain't got no beef with the light skins right now. You know, I got to defend one every day. I can't have beef with the light skins.
I'll be.
You ain't lying.
Every space, every post, I got to defend the man 300 times a day. It don't make sense. But
in fact, did you know Jackson Dart is light skin?
Yeah, white skin. He white skin.
Nah, man. This
I
little
know
brother
he
named
is.
Diesel. It ain't no way. You got Diesel and then Jackson spelled with an X. They black. Come on now.
Niggas a fool, man.
As y'all see, Dre is still delusional. Another week and he ain't changed yet.
I'm not changing. I got hardball.
Obviously, we've done 2 weeks of our rebuild dynasty. I hope everybody got a chance to check out those videos. If you haven't, go to the YouTube page. Episode 1 and 2, Titans and Browns are finished, concluded. The Browns was a little difficult though. I ain't gonna cap. That was one of the ones where
that's a rough rebuild, bro. That's a rough rebuild.
It definitely was. It definitely was rough. They didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of trade assets. I mean, it just wasn't pretty. We ended up doing a lot of the just moseying around trying to make stuff happen. A little tough. What's up, Dante?
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low.
Yeah.
That's a Seattle fan. Vino, that's the one that was the 28-10, I think.
How about now? Is it better?
Yeah, I think Vino froze.
All right, I was trying to connect to my metas, but it's not trying to. Laptop's not working.
He froze like Drake May at the line. That's what happened.
Oh man! No, don't
You
do
froze like Drake
that.
May at the line, man.
Hey, don't do that. I heard that, Dre. Don't do that. I heard that. Hey, listen. I had a phone call. I had a phone call, nigga. All right. But now, I was about to say, did you run the rebuild on that new stick to the model joint that just dropped?
Yeah, we ran both of them so far. We will be coming out with our promotion code for stick to the model here soon. We'll be posting it probably the next one we do. I know we're doing one today, but the next one we do, we probably gonna be posting our promo code to get you 20% off, man. When he starts charging and signing people up, we'll get y'all in there. What's up, Dante?
What's happening?
We didn't see your face last time, but welcome back.
I was impromptu. I wasn't prepared to be on with you all, but thank you for having me impromptu and then bringing me back.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Hey, man,
for sure,
you
man.
for being,
Look at this. Where my confetti at, man? Where my confetti at, man?
Hey, we out here, Brody.
Where my confetti at, man? You said
Yeah,
you
let me
bringing me
start this
confetti
off
to the
with
show,
congratulations to the Seahawks, man. I can't even cap, bro. Y'all whipped our ass from the gate. About to say it took a little bit for the shit to really get separated, bro. But y'all handled business, bro, just like y'all supposed to. And all the Patriot fans that be sitting up here talking about the shoulder and shit, bro. I'm not hearing that shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't want to hear the Will Campbell torn MCL shit, bro. Like, at the end of the day, there were plays that could have been made. There were adjustments that could have been made. They didn't do it, bro. So I just gotta live with my guy. He just shit the bed on the biggest stage, and that's just what it is, bro.
He 23. You
Oh
know.
yeah, I know. He got time to develop and grow. That's the one thing that it's really like, that I look at it and I can take with some solace is like he made a lot of growth with some real structure around him this year. It didn't look pretty in the playoffs, but like also at the end of the day, no Patriot fan thought that we were going to be getting to the Super Bowl though, bro. It's like me, I had us as 10-7. We're gonna go ahead and get a wild card win. Then after that, we'll get bounced into the divisional. But like we got to a spot where it's like after we won the divisional round, there's no Jared Stidham. It's like you have to go to the bowl or else. And then once we got to the bowl, like you might as well go win that bitch if you there. So I mean, that house money shit goes out the window when you're in the Super Bowl, bro. That's just my opinion. So, but nah, credit to y'all though. About to say y'all got a lot of cap space. Y'all young as hell, and y'all about to make a lot of moves this offseason. So it's gonna be very intriguing to see what Schneider and Mike McDonald do over there.
Hey, shout out to I don't even know how to say your name, but shout out to the fan from Russia, Garrett. Oh man. I hope you got the English subtitles on, good brother. Or the Russian subtitles for the English speaking. Or you speak English, hopefully. Look like two of them back to back. Appreciate you, dog. They tapped in to see Seattle celebrate, man. The victory lap, man.
Hey, that shit is hella close. That's the home team for him.
Yeah,
The
man,
home team for them. I don't know about that.
Bro, you got to think about it. Like, we're close to Alaska, and they're right across the little frozen bridge from Alaska.
As a fact.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. But I don't know. Has there ever been a good Russian football player in the NFL? Like, that you think off the top of your head? Like
any
a real Russian,
not like any of them niggas with Owski at the end gotta be Russian, bro. Like it depends on how you view Janikowski, bro.
Well, no, they could be Polish or something like that. But
I mean that's true. But
Auburn,
I'm giving them that area though, is what I'm saying though, Dre.
Facts, but Auburn, their new head coach was actually a Russian refugee that left Russia and then came over here to coach football. So shout out to Alex Golish and what he's building over there at Auburn. Even though, you see the hat, we beating the shit out of them when we play them, but it is what it is.
I have to apologize. I'm not dressed appropriately. 1 second. Hold on.
Oh man, fellas.
There we go. That's better. Sorry. I was rushing to get on with you guys, so I grabbed the wrong hat.
Princess, no, we not in Japan. We in America, but we appreciate you for tapping in from Japan.
I'm in Germany though, so
yeah.
But yeah, the rest of them in America.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, where the foreigners come from? We appreciate y'all, man.
But look, so like on the Super Bowl preview, we heard a lot of crazy talk. We heard 28-10. We heard it was going to be respectable, but they weren't going to be sweating. Kanon didn't need to score a touchdown, and I thought it was blasphemous talk. But hey, credit to the Seahawks because they proved me wrong. Yeah, y'all got shit beat out of y'all.
Let me get this out the way, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I knew Kenneth Walker was good. I didn't know that he had that kind of patience running to the hole.
I'm glad you said that.
I had no idea. This nigga is Le'Veon Bell with a burst as a running back, bro. As like a true back. Now the catching shit ain't the same. I'll be honest. Him out the backfield ain't the same as a receiver. But as a runner, yeah, man, that shit's Le'Veon Bell with a burst. And it's no fucking coincidence they both came from Michigan State too. So like. I'm not gonna lie, brother. I was pissed off watching that shit, bro. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm just like, how the fuck is this nigga, sitting up here getting off? But your tight ends also did a real good job because we rotate our safeties into the box to go ahead and help fill in the run game. Your tight ends did a real good job of making sure they had no chance of being able to escape to the edge. They cut them off at POA. And then after that, K9 was able to get some real good, runs off tackle, which we were not accustomed to all year. So, like, it was just something completely new to us. That's why when you heard Christian Barmore after the game or, like, at the end of the game saying, it's not us, like, everybody takes that as him talking about the offense. Like, in my opinion, bro, they've been so stout as a run defense unit all year that for them to sit up here and allow almost 100 yards on the ground before half, that's inexcusable to them. And that's something that I think they take real pride with. So, but nah, again, man, shout outs to y'all. Shout outs to that nigga K9. Also, shout outs to Sam Darnold for making some very big throws under pressure too. Like they weren't throws that ended up, making the final score or anything like that. But it would be shit that helped move the sticks or set you up in a third and manageable, which is so key for an offense. You gotta give credit where it's due.
Sam had a bad game, but like I just think about that first drive, that pass to Cooper Cup, like he threaded the needle. They got down the pass to AJ Barner, which like from my angle, it looked like that was about to be intercepted, but like Sam really threaded that shit. AJ got the yards after carry. I want to say both of those drives ended in a field goal. And again, in a game like that, where it's just like, bro, get points, get points, and then see what happens. But Sam did miss some throws though. Like I know the one that was in his face and Jackson got wide open. I don't really fault Sam for that because that was going to be a tough throw anyway. But I think the one in the red zone where Jackson routed the fuck out of Gonzo and Sam threw it on the inside versus like leading him. That one was the one where I was like, okay, that could have been a touchdown and that might have been like a different part. I mean, that would have been like a different kind of punch into the game. But overall, like the last thing I want to say is like the K9 stuff with him being patient is new because what we've seen K9's whole career, we know K9 is very explosive, but like K9's not I'm going to follow my blocks person. Like the play could be going left. And the minute that K9 sees backside open up, he's going backside. And I think that's what frustrated the coaches. And Charbonnet was the opposite. Charbonnet's going to wait for those blocks to open, but Charbonnet wasn't explosive as K9. So now you change out the running backs coach to Otten, started calling running plays, and now K9 is patient, he's decisive, he's explosive, he's all the things that you want in a number one running back. So just as an overall Seahawks fan, love to see what K9 did in the last 8 games, really through the playoff run too.
Yeah, I was going to say inside baseball for those who aren't familiar with the Seahawks or as familiar, and Rome alluded to it, mid-December, and this is what I love about Mike McDonald because he's not going to wait to make adjustments. So mid-December, the running backs coach, Kennedy Palomalu, took a leave of absence, and Justin Otten took over the running back room. And there's a through line from that timestamp. Our running game took off. It was night and day previous to that. And with K9 getting the lion's share, unfortunately, after we lost Charbonnet, he made a asserted effort to not always bounce outside. That's his go-to. He's not really an inside the tackles runner, but he knew he had to, and he had to be patient. And this is something that Justin Otten literally emphasized in that running back room. And so you saw that emphasis, and it's no shock to me if we see Justin Otten become our next offensive coordinator, because I firmly believe that the offensive coordinator will be someone from within, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse or get ahead of my skis. I know we want to talk about the actual game and not the off season, but just to give you some inside baseball on how we saw something new out of K9 that we hadn't previously seen the 2.5 seasons.
Well, at the end of this, you getting a little bit ahead, but I appreciate getting ahead because we are going to be doing the Seattle rebuild at the conclusion of the victory lap. Now I know,
Yeah, I mean, for me, bro, like whenever I look back, like as far as y'all offensively, like I felt like if we didn't allow K9 to really get off, like I felt we would have been able to have a real chance to go ahead and bring that game. Like I'm not gonna say go ahead and win, but like make that shit really like possibly change up the play calling to where we don't feel like we have to go all out at the end. Like I think that's just one thing to me, bro. It's like as a Patriot fan and JMIK, he just got here. What's good, JMIK? But like he can even allude to, bro. It's just like to see a running back do that to us after we've held guys like Cook, A-Chain, and Bijan down all year. It's just like it just makes me go like, what the fuck happened? Like, and to me, like I think it's just a credit to like we all knew as Patriot fans, our linebacker room, it was really just a one-man show with other guys filling in where they can. About to say like our safeties, while like they played out of their mind this playoffs. Like, Jalen Hawkins, in my opinion, like he's a okay guy, but I mean, like he's nobody that you would sit up here and write home about. Like the one thing I'll give him is he's always got an eye to be in the right place a lot of times, and that causes him to be there for takeaways. But our really star of the secondary was, I mean, of course, Gonzo and then Craig Woodson for real for the entire playoffs. Like they both were just on a different level the whole time. So that running game stuff, man, I just can't get that out of my head. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit really
Before
throws
we
me off.
before we
what's up,
let
fellas?
Jamie go, real quick, because I feel vindicated because on the Super Bowl preview, when Vino said that A-Chain was better than K9 and K9 wouldn't be one of the best 3 running backs y'all faced all year. To me, he looked like one of the best 3 running backs you faced all year on the football field, did he not?
No, I still
Damn.
so first I'm gonna say I still think A-Chan's a better running, like all around running back. Like that's the way I feel. I mean, he's much more explosive in the pass game. But before I get to that, since I just joined, the first thing I want to do is I want to congratulate the Seahawks fans. I mean, before I talk about the game, I mean, like they played a tremendous game offensively and defensively, especially special teams. I mean, the field goal kicker and the punter, like they were phenomenal. So I give them their credit. Mike McDonald, like I'm familiar with him because like we played the Ravens for a very long time, so I'm familiar with him there. So I know what kind of DC and the defensive coach that he is. I mean, props to him for recognizing what our weakness was, and he exploited it. So I'll give him tons of credit for that. And then I'm also going to give Sam Darnold a lot of credit too. Like Sam, he didn't have the greatest game, but like he stood in the pocket and he made throws even though he knew he was going to get hit. And you got to give a quarterback credit for that. That is not an easy thing to do to sit in the pocket, know you're going to get hit and still deliver the ball. So I got to, I know people look at the numbers and say, oh, his numbers aren't good or whatever. But I mean, I mean, he missed some throws. I mean, Sam is kind of known for that. Like he's not going to make every throw. I mean, I went into the game knowing that. But I do give him a lot of credit for sitting in there and making throws because I mean, my own quarterback didn't even do that. So I mean, people have me on like a high perch. And I mean, stuff that Sam was doing, like he was evading the rush. I mean, Drake couldn't, like, I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but in this particular game, he didn't show that he could do it. I've seen him do it throughout the season, but I mean, this game, he just didn't show it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, like, give Seahawks all the credit. And then to talk about my own team, the defense holded the dam as long as they could. I mean, for the Seahawks to have the ball as many times as they did, going mid-third quarter, only having 12 points, I mean, I got to salute my red zone defense for holding the other team to field goals. So I salute them. Offensively, only person I can salute is like Michael Wendell. That's it. The rest of them dudes, I really can't. There's nothing I can say. Like the quarterback wasn't good, the O-line wasn't good, the OC wasn't good. And I mean, when you
Don't
get
get me started on that nigga. Don't get me started on that.
I mean,
bro, that nigga spit in our face, Nick. Let's keep it on. He spit in our face.
I mean, the great thing is like when I lose Super Bowls, I don't ever rewatch them. But this one didn't affect. Like when the game was over, I was mad in the first half. Come second half, I dealt with it. I wasn't mad anymore. When the game was over, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad on Monday too. Not mad now. But I mean, like when I rewatched the game, like, and I normally don't do that for Super Bowls, but I did. I mean, Josh McDaniels didn't help Drake May out. I mean, the offensive line didn't help him out, but I'm not going to give Drake May a pass either. He didn't play good at all.
He didn't help himself at all.
Yeah, so I can't give nobody a pass, like on offense. Defensively, I mean, I had no problem with how they played. I would have hoped some of the explosive runs that they didn't give up. But I mean, it's kind of like what it's kind of like what's been said. Like K9 was super patient. I mean, he waited for the holes to open up, and once they opened up, he ran right through them. So I can't. I mean, the D line played as good as they could play. I mean, they probably could have played better. Like they missed tackles, the linebackers missed tackles. But and Vito knows what I'm about to say. Like whenever this team, and it's not an excuse, but whenever this team has an extra break of time, whether it was like from when we played a Thursday night game, we had extra days. For some reason, like the tackling falls off. Like whenever they had a bye week or they had extra time, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But the defensive staff has got to kind of shore that up next year because we're going to have another bye. We're going to have another Thursday night game, and then we're going to have extra rest. So they got to be able to get the team ready, especially the defense ready to tackle. And they missed a lot of tackles in that game. But like I said, I'm not giving offense, no passes, not giving the quarterback. He was bad. O-line was bad for the exception of Michael Wendell. Michael Wendell was probably the only guy I could say that was good on that. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, everybody else, I mean, Diggs didn't really do nothing to the fourth quarter. I mean, I guess you could say Mac Hollins made the plays when I mean, when he got chances at the ball. So I'll give Mac his props on that. But like, I mean, like Seattle defense put a chokehold on that offense, and they literally didn't do anything for almost 3 quarters, like literally anything. So
Yeah, I think like for me personally, Mick, my issue is like I'm really thinking back on like the entire season now, and it's like we were really such an explosive based team that like we're not willing to die by 1,000 cuts. We're not willing to do that. And at the end of the day, like against a team like Seattle, bro, where their defense is just flying all over the field, like there were opportunities down the field when Drake had time. It's just his eyes weren't there, but like you also have to recognize like there were times when we're backed up in our own end zone and he's trying to take 15 to 20 yard shots down the field. It's like, bro, I just need you to sit up here and get me the 5 yard snag to Diggs or the quick out to Hunter Henry. That way we can get backed up out of our own end zone and give ourselves some breathing room. And like he wasn't willing to do any of that shit, man. And especially with how Drake has been all year, like he needs to get into that rhythm. And luckily this year he was able to get in rhythm while doing it with explosives. And in my opinion, if he goes ahead and takes the short shit early to go ahead and develop that rhythm, once the defense adjusts, there will be opportunities down the field. But he wouldn't even get us to that point. That's the issue.
yeah, I think a good example of that, like it was one of the possessions in the first half when we got pinned, we got pinned against our own goal line, and I think it was a second down, and like he had to throw the hooper on the sideline, and he didn't throw to him. And I'm just like, with the kind of defense that you're facing, like, and I get it, like we faced the Texans, the Broncos, and the Chargers. Those are all good defenses. But like, I don't think the team speed, like I knew about the team because I've watched the Seahawks all season. I watched a good amount of their games. So I knew what the team speed was looking like. But I guess it's different when it's your team going against that defense and you're dealing with the team speed. It's like Vino said, man, like, like you're not always going to get explosive plays. Like sometimes you got to take the small gains to get you to third and short, because I knew the key for us on offense was not to get in with the offensive line that we have. You can't get in third and long, because I knew once you get in the third and longs with like Mike and his defense, he's going to show you those exotic looks or those exotic blitzes, and you're not going to have a chance. And that's kind of what happened. But I mean, like the Seahawks would have I went into the game knowing that the Seahawks had the better roster. And I knew that Drake May would have to play like he played during the regular season for it to give us a chance. And that's just not what happened. I mean, like, props to the Seahawks, man. Like that's a hell of a team right there.
Yeah, and like one last thing for me is like you can go ahead and like people were telling us that our roster wasn't up to the talent. Like that shit's all cool and whatnot. But the roster has nothing to do with Drake not identifying the slot blitz from Witherspoon multiple times. That shit has nothing to do with it, bro. Like that shit has nothing to do with Drake missing wide open Austin Hooper, on that corner route that really could have got us a big gain right there of at least 30 yards when you guys ended up messing up. I couldn't tell if it was a cover 1 or a cover 3 because of how everybody played it. But he was wide open with just a solo safety up top and just absolutely misses the throw. Routine stuff that he was hitting all year was just not going. And it's just like, to us, like you can tell me about the roster all you want. The roster at the end of the day doesn't have anything to do with him missing throws, especially gimmies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, just to add on one more thing, like it's funny because it's like if you watch the Patriots during the season, the offense carried the team. Not to say the defense was bad; the defense was good, but like Drake made, that's why he was second MVP vote, and that's why he was second team All Pro, because the offense essentially carried the team in the regular season, and it was the flip flop in the postseason where the defense carried the team, and the defense needed a little something in the Super Bowl, and just the offense just didn't give it to him.
Mick, you touched on a couple of points that I wanted to call out. One being how the Patriots respond after breaks or bye weeks, and that's the polar opposite for this Mike McDonald team. He's undefeated after the bye week, in those Thursday night mini bye weeks. He's undefeated. He just doesn't lose. And one of the reasons why I attribute that is because Mike McDonald is a schemer. Like,
okay.
Back home, I'm listening to the sports talk radio and all this stuff at Mike McDonald show. I'll listen to every now and again. I don't really listen to it for the reason why I'm going to explain why I think he's such a genius. He does not give up much information. He's a terrible interview. When you ask him about a game plan or how they schemed up this, that, and the third in the previous game, he'll just talk around it. He'll say words, but he's not giving you anything. So when you give somebody who's literally a boy genius an extra week, like I came onto you guys' show before the Super Bowl, not knowing what I was walking into. Rome literally just handed me an ear pod and said, "Give your prediction." So I didn't know there were any Patriot fans on the panel. I couldn't see y'all. I didn't know who I was talking to. I just was speaking from what I've seen up until this point. This is what the Seahawks are about. And if you look at his post game speech after the NFC Championship, Michael Strahan asked him about the narrative around the Seahawks and how we get ignored. And this is something that's happened even before Mike McDonald. Like Seattle just gets ignored by national media, which is why everyone regurgitated the same narrative about Sam Darnold in this 2-week period because they didn't know what to say. So they just regurgitated what everyone else said. But Mike McDonald's statement, which is now like a moniker of Seattle, "We did not care," is truly how he approaches football. Like, he focuses on the Seahawks. It's not about Drake May. It's not about, and this is no shade when I say this, it's not about, the 49ers. It's not about, like, we understand the magnitude of the games that we face, the opponents we face and the games that we're in, but he focuses on getting his team prepared for the mission at hand. And what we saw on Super Bowl Sunday was a prepared Seahawks team, which is just not something that's new to a Seahawks fan. Like, we're used to seeing this type of preparation after a bye week.
Well, Dante, you're right. Nobody really cares about the 49ers and nobody's worried about them because they haven't won anything since 1995. But outside of that, I love listening
and we
to your
got more
head
Super
coach.
Bowls than the niggas talking.
Yeah, you have more Super Bowls. Can I address this? Because we were Jerome and I were in Santa Clara, and so tons of 49ers. You guys all talk trash from the same pamphlet. We know you guys have 5 Super Bowl rings. All five of those Super Bowl rings came before the cap, the salary cap. So you can't manage. Can I finish?
Explain the significance of that.
You can't keep
He's
players.
trying to. You got to let him finish,
Right,
brother.
you gotta let me finish. You can't
pipe down, little nigga.
Let him finish.
How many games you win last year? Your pipe down, nigga. You ain't even make the playoffs. Pipe down.
Before I was born.
I think everybody here dog walked you this year. Like, pipe down. Go ahead.
Last time you seen a Lombardi.
I do not care. You need to discuss that with your wife, though. I don't care. Listen, though, I don't care when you was born. I don't care what you saw. I am not. This is not Match.com. I'm not here to learn your genealogy. I'm not here to learn when you was born or your favorite colors. We're talking football. You picked the Giants, and the Giants have been beneath me your entire life. But go ahead, brother. Keep going.
I've actually seen the Giants.
Hey, come on, dog. You said don't cut nobody off. You keep cutting everybody off.
I'm sorry. I had to respond. I didn't even make my point, good brother, because you.
Yeah, I know, but you wasn't even part of the conversation. Go ahead, dog.
When the host start arguing, man.
Like I was trying to talk about Mike McDonald, the actual real.
Yeah, but we was having a conversation.
The guy that said the guy that your head coach said,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the extra Dre section of the show.
That's what your head coach said.
Oh, okay.
But to get back to Mike
Dre is
McDonald
going to talk for everybody today. I just want to let y'all know that, okay?
No, so I wanted to say something to the Seahawks. This is the
Checkdown featuring Dre. The only motherfucker here that didn't make the playoffs.
I was talking.
The only motherfucker that didn't make the playoffs is the person that's talking. Well, I've been trying to talk for the last 30 minutes.
I ain't said nothing in the last.
You're talking right now.
Yes. So let me talk then. Let me talk
again. Go ahead again. Damn. Go ahead.
Okay then. So to the Seahawks fan,
hey, please.
I love.
Can we let Dante finish though? Y'all kind of cut him off in the middle of his whole spill.
Let him cook. No, let him cook because I want to go 1-4 flat when I go.
No, go ahead.
I'm calling an ISO, so get your takes off by all means.
Oh my God!
Oh damn! I not know you in space.
I was just going
1-4 flat. 1-4 flat.
I like listening to Mike McDonald talk about his scheme and how he teaches the scheme to the defense. It's very interesting because you can't really game plan for it because you don't know what to game plan for. So that's all I wanted to say, certified. But go ahead.
All right, that's fine, nigga. Clear the lane. Clear the lane.
All right.
Hey,
Clear the
man,
lane.
you
Clear
were
the
faithful
lane.
to me. I called you light
You
rank.
see
We
my,
both
you
light
see what I'm
skinned.
doing
So
right
you
now?
told
Clear the
okay.
lane. Clear the lane.
I see Big Brother leaning forward because I got his undivided. So check this out. 49er fans.
Of course, you're gonna have my attention. Go ahead.
Yeah. 49er fans, you guys got to update your pamphlet, man. You're not gonna win anyone over with these things. The pamphlet is you guys have 5 Super Bowls. With this, we know all of your Super Bowls. I have to get a VCR to watch. Our Super Bowls were in HD. The Blu-ray didn't even exist when you had a Super Bowl. The salary cap didn't exist when you had a Super Bowl.
Actually, our last one did. But go ahead.
No. Wins. Appearances don't matter because since
our last win was the first year salary cap. But go ahead, keep going.
And then they lost Dion after next year. They got one in the salary cap era.
Yeah. So update your pamphlet.
Okay, technicality. You've been to the Super Bowl. You've been to the Super Bowl 3 times since the realignment of the division. So we weren't even division rivals when you were winning Super Bowls. Let's make that clear. But since we've been division rivals. The Seahawks have been to the Super Bowl 4 times. You've been 3. The Super Bowl has been won by the Seahawks twice. You guys lose the lead after 2-minute warnings in every single game that you go to the Super Bowl. So we're not the same. We have more division championships. We have more division championships than you. We have more wins than you. We have more swag than you. That's just the reality since the realignment. But since you want
since realignment, go ahead.
Since the realignment, because that's when it matters. You're going to talk about us when we're not even.
That's when it matters. Okay.
Yeah, because we're division rivals since 2002.
The period of time when you were relevant is the only period of time that matters.
Relevant to the 49ers. We weren't
relevant to the 49ers.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we are your Super Bowl.
No, you're not our Super Bowl. You're our rival.
But,
just
but
like the Rams are our rival.
To us. I don't base anything off of the Seattle Seahawks.
That's not true.
How do you know it's not true?
That's not true.
You're a 49er fan. You know what I say?
You're a 49er fan and you say
the same rhetoric that every other 49er fan. I didn't ask you about 49ers
fans. I'm asking you about me. About him versus the fan base. Let's just.
How do you know what I say?
You're right. You're one man.
So I base what I say off of the NFL.
What's the first thing you said? 5 rings. That's the first thing you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your 5 rings. When you guys won your last Super Bowl, I was learning how to write cursive.
I don't give a fuck what you was doing.
When you won your last Super Bowl, I was doing times tables.
Who gives a fuck? I'm not here for you.
When you won your last Super Bowl,
stop telling me about what you was doing. Nobody gives a fuck.
When you won your last Super Bowl, we were still using the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
When you won your last... I told you what I was doing.
Decimal system. What were you doing?
I was learning how to read.
No. I don't care about you. This is a sports podcast.
No, this is
this isn't a relationship podcast.
Sports is pop culture.
This is not Match.com. This is not Tinder. I don't care about what
you're gonna use the same line that you used on Andre with me. Okay.
Yeah.
So update your pamphlet.
The same no, you update your shit. I don't care about
when the 49ers won their last Super Bowl.
I don't care about none of that shit.
When
I'm here to talk about your team.
You don't care about it, but you hang your hat on it.
About your team. Your team lived on the bottom of the AFC West for like 30 fucking years. Okay? You switched over to the NFC while everybody was rebuilding. Okay, you just started winning.
That's not true.
What's not true?
We just started winning what? Are you talking Super Bowls?
This is what your man talking about, right?
No, I'm asking a clarifying question. Did we just start winning Super Bowls or winning period? Because
yes. Y'all lived on the floor of the AFC West for years, and the AFC West was dog shit.
Yeah, started from the bottom. Now we here, but now we're
right. So that's the point that I'm making. Y'all act like that didn't happen. It happened.
We're not. We just live in the present instead of the past.
No.
Yeah. That's all that is.
Your history matters. Just because you just started winning doesn't mean that you weren't a loser 90% of your existence.
Just start winning.
But it matters. It matters to a certain
point.
My whole thing is just with everything else. You could always look back to, oh, this happened in the 90s. Niggas don't give a fuck about what happened in the 90s. They want to know what you're doing today.
I don't give a fuck about what
like,
niggas
that's just
care
the world
about.
we live in.
Talk that talk, Ron. Talk that talk. We don't care about what you did in the 90s, sir.
This is not counseling. This is not a therapy session. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. We're talking football. Your team was in the league for all of Smitty's Super Bowls, all of Dre's Super Bowls too, all of JMIK Super Bowls and my Super Bowls. You were there. Well, when I say you, I mean the Seahawks. You were there. You watched. And you failed. It took you 2 different centuries, 2 different conferences to start winning. Just because you just started winning doesn't mean that you wasn't a loser 90% of your existence. That still matters. It's not just the 10%. The 90% counts too. And the fact that
just because you
the
won
small
before
period of
doesn't
time
mean
that
you're
you
not
have been winning, that
today,
you haven't won like the Patriots, like you haven't won like the Giants, you haven't won like the Niners, and you talk like it took you 35 years to make your to win your first Super Bowl, then your second one was 12 years later. Like you haven't even done half of the shit that teams on this podcast has done. Y'all motherfuckers run around this bitch talking like y'all somebody. Y'all
We're
play
Super Bowl champions.
Y'all play
Read
Drake
the hat.
May and a
We are
banged up
somebody.
offense.
Read the hat.
Like what are you talking
we
about?
are somebody. I'll lean in first. Read the hat. We are somebody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like when my team won Super Bowls, every single time
you were still on training wheels.
Tell
when
me
your
what I'm
team
about
won
to say.
Super Bowls, you were still on training wheels. You weren't watching football. Stop
No,
it.
I wasn't. Because you don't know me.
Stop it.
But
Stop
sir,
it.
You don't know me.
Stop it.
And here
That's
you
the
are
point.
again,
That's the
worried
point.
about what the fuck I was riding and what type of clothes I would wear. Nigga, I'm not going to buy your Valentine's Day gift. Stop worrying about my personal life. Let's talk about football. What I was going to say is, every fucking team that I met in the Super Bowl, we played against.
No, don't talk about your life. You didn't meet anybody.
Tell me what I was going to say.
Don't talk about your life. You don't want me to talk about it. Don't talk about your life.
I'm not talking about my life.
You just said I met.
Shut the fuck up. You can listen to what I'm saying.
Now you're getting mad. This is part of the pamphlet. They get upset. Hey Mick, this is part of the pamphlet. They get mad.
Okay.
Hey,
this is what happens. They get mad. They get mad.
So every time
I just wanted to point out
my football team, every time my football team met somebody in the Super Bowl, we played against a league MVP. You played against motherfucking Sam Darnold. You played against Drake May. You played against fucking.
I'm gonna need you to relax a little bit, my brother.
No. Let's be honest.
Relax a little bit.
He's a second-year player.
That's true.
Okay. He was not ready for the moment. Your first Super Bowl win was against Peyton Manning in a dog shit arm. This motherfucker couldn't even throw the ball 20 yards down the field.
It was the greatest. No, you're not going to do that. That was the greatest offense of all time. Remember that?
This motherfucker couldn't even throw the ball 20 yards downfield. His arm was shot.
That was the next season. That wasn't the season that they played.
His arm wasn't shot overnight. This is the reason why the motherfucking Indianapolis Colts moved on from him, because his arm was shot.
It had one of the greatest offenses in history. What are we doing?
Stop talking to me.
What are we doing?
Yeah, but that's for 5,000 yards.
We're keeping it football. Now
listen. If you didn't make the playoffs,
wait a minute. If you
did not make the playoffs, do not talk to me. You are a fucking loser. You couldn't even go 500 on top of the fact that I came into your fucking stadium and I kicked you niggas in your fucking back. I think you got swept by the whole NFC West. You are dog shit. Your team is dog shit. You need to shut the fuck up. You are a fucking loser. You are drafted in the top 10 again.
Last time you won a Super Bowl.
You habitually drafted in the top 10. How many fucking top 10 picks have you had over the last 20 years? You're a fucking loser, dog. Shut up.
Hey, and we both losers because you ain't did shit in 20 years. At least I got a Super Bowl in that time.
Nigga, you're the only team here. Your team had leather helmets. And you only have 4.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
I had 2 Super Bowls before you had 1. I had 4 Super Bowls before you had 2.
Can I ask you a question?
I had 5 Super Bowls before you had 3. Like, what are you talking about? Your old ass team.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Love the helmet ass niggas. You was
Can
one
I
of
ask you a
the
question?
original. No, this nigga crazy. You was one of the 8 original teams, and you have 4 Super Bowls. Shut up.
Can I ask you a question?
Who the fuck has had more time than you? Shut up.
Can I ask you a question?
The Cardinals had more time than us. They the oldest.
We're talking to a fucking Cardinals fan, nigga. Stop opening your mouth to me, little nigga.
Hey, look,
You've been in my motherfucking tail lights your entire fucking existence.
Will Smith was still the
You're a
Fresh Prince,
fucking
man.
Giants fan, nigga.
Last time
Shut
I did
up.
something, Will Smith was the
You
Fresh Prince.
only lived in my motherfucking shadow.
Last time you did something, Fresh Prince was Will Smith still. Like, come on, man.
Okay, and
We
you
got a
still
whole
behind me.
Drake,
And
that
you're
was with the
still
dark skin out
behind
biz,
me.
huh?
And you are still behind me. You had like a 50-year head start, and you're still behind me.
Wait a minute. Not in my lifetime. I've seen my team win 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. I don't care about what you did before I was alive.
What? Would you say,
I don't care about what you
loser?
did before I was alive.
What? So you got to take that up with your family, dog. I ain't got shit to do with when you was born. You got to take that up with God
what happened before I was alive,
or whoever created you.
And I don't think anybody in here care about what
I
happened in
don't give a fuck about
'95.
what
Brother,
you
we in
saw.
2026.
I am not here, brother. We are not here
2020.
writing your fucking biography. I don't give a fuck
We are
about
in the
your life.
2026. We do not care about what happened in
We are not writing your
in
autobiography.
1995.
We are here talking sports. I don't give a fuck about your
Okay,
biography,
and we don't
dog.
want to. This is not a
I
history.
don't give
This
a
is
fuck
supposed to
about
be
when
about
you
the
was
Super
born.
Bowl.
You got to
Look,
take
this
that
is
up
about
with the
This
creator.
is supposed to
I
be
don't
about
give a
something
fuck.
that's sitting
That's
in
your
hand is
fault.
never gonna win.
You should have been born earlier,
This is what
nigga.
it's supposed
You
to be
should have
about. It's
saw more,
supposed to
nigga.
be
That's not
about
my
the
fault,
Super
little
Bowl
nigga.
champion.
But
And
what you
somehow
won't do
it
is
turned
come in
into
here
a
with your
cry fest
motherfucking
for
outside
the
voice, and you've
49ers.
been living in my fucking tail lights your entire
Look,
fucking
the
existence.
San Francisco
I've never
49ers.
lived in a
I knew
world
the team
where the
was strong,
Giants
but the
had more
fans
Super Bowls than me. I've never lived in a world where the Giants had more Super Bowls than
You
me.
about to
That
cry.
has
You
never
hear the voice
happened.
cracking?
And since I'm
The
shooting,
voice cracking.
I'm talking to you too, Smitty,
Hey, get some
with your
composure
giggling
here, brother.
ass.
You gotta compose
Oh no,
yourself.
everybody getting it
You about to
today.
cry.
I'm talking to you.
You
I'm
gonna
talking
cry
to
in the
Ross.
car?
Nigga, I've been
The
on
only
mute.
nigga
What
that
the
I can't
hell?
talk to is
I've been on
JMIK.
mute.
JMIK is the
You
only
gonna
nigga
cry
that's
in the
walked
car?
me down.
Hold on.
A lot of y'all niggas need to shut the fuck, shut it up. Get out of here.
First off, Smitty
don't
was
give a
on
fuck.
fucking mute.
You getting it too?
Smitty was on fucking mute.
I
Fuck
don't
the
give a
Niners.
fuck.
You
nigga.
gonna cry in the
Fuck
car?
the Niners.
Don't
Tell
worry
your
about it.
fucking
You gonna
quarterback
cry
to
in
get
the
his shoulder together, old sorry ass nigga. Fuck.
That
I
same
just got a
nigga
question.
that
You wanna
same nigga that kicked
talk
you
to
in your
everybody
motherfucking
else,
back.
and your fucking division rival was won a Super Bowl in your crib. They just won a Super Bowl in your crib and left motherfucking smoke particles all in your fabric. And you want to talk crazy to me? They up here right now. And you're talking crazy to them. They left cigars for a monumental moment in your locker room. They was smoking.
My
Big
nigga, why you
cigars.
moving your
They
headphone like
pulled
you
up
can't
Za.
hear him already?
They
Bro?
pulled
That's
up
the
Za
that shit
I
sends
can
you,
hear,
bro.
nigga. I can hear.
pulled up
I got
I
two
know
of
you
them.
keep taking that
I
shit
got
off like
two
you trying to
of
listen
them.
like you
Look,
over
one
there.
is on
Smitty,
right
talk
there.
that
Look,
talk.
and guess what?
Cowboy,
Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Commander
Go ahead.
could
Finish.
never
Go ahead.
say they
Finish.
smoked them out. They can
I'm
never
gonna
say they
pour this
smoked
one out
victory
for you. Go
motherfucking
ahead, yeah.
cigars in my locker room for a Super Bowl. Ever.
What?
Ever. These niggas was smoking in your locker room with their feet kicked up.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You
And
want
guess
to talk
what,
crazy to
nigga?
us, man.
Guess what? My practice squad
cigars in
team
your
came
shit.
in and kicked
They
your
did some shit in
motherfucking
your
back
locker
end,
room.
nigga.
They did some shit in your
My
locker room
practice
that you
squad
ain't even
team
did in
came
your
in
locker
your
room.
stadium and kicked your motherfucking
They
back
did
end,
some shit in
nigga.
your locker room that you ain't even
My
did in your
practice
locker
squad
room.
team came
Come
into
on,
your
man.
motherfucking stadium and
McDonald's
kicked your
bitch.
back
Be
end,
real,
little
man.
nigga.
That's what his coach said.
Be
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
I can't do nothing with
Be
that
real.
defense.
This nigga, I came into your stadium, the reigning champs,
Nigga
and
smoking
punched you in your
cigars
fucking mouth
this
in
guy
your
is
stadium,
fucking
dog,
wild.
with your fucking super team. Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae.
Sir,
All
when
these
did
niggas
you
saying that
remodel
we
your
got
locker
all
room?
22
Hey,
starters.
certified.
We
Can
got
I ask you a question?
no.
When did you remodel your
We
locker
got
room?
all
When did you
22
remodel your locker
starters.
room? Because I'm
We
pretty
came
sure
into
since
your-
they remodeled it,
We
them
had
niggas
like
smoked in your
10%
shit.
of our
Niggas in
starters,
there
and we
hanging
kicked y'all ass in your own stadium.
Hey, tell Fred wanted to read the message in his locker. I bet you they left a message for that nigga. Said they can do shit that y'all can't do. 0-3, my
I
brother,
thought this
since
was supposed
96.
to be a 2026 Super Bowl recap and not a 1995 Super Bowl recap. Like, I'm confused.
Lose
What are we
ass
doing
niggas.
here?
I just got a
Sniggering ass
question for
niggas.
I just got a question for the panel, not just for Sir. I got a question for the
Yeah.
whole panel because I know everybody here has got to get that chicken. So when you're going for a job and you put on your resume what you've done, do you put everything on your resume, or do you put the most recent on your resume?
I mean, you got to put
I
the
don't know
most
what type of
recent. 'Cause, I mean,
resume you
resume
They
not
don't
gonna
give a
fit
damn
everything.
what you did 30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna fit
What
everything.
it's not gonna
Okay.
fit. They don't
Well,
give a
I
damn
don't
what you
know.
did yesterday. I mean, 30 years ago. They don't.
What the
They
fuck
don't.
they gotta do with football?
Hey, Dante, when you fill
I
out
mean,
when you
give
fill out
me
a
an
resume,
example. That's like giving you a metaphor.
Like, what the fuck are you
5
talking about?
years. They say the last 5 years is what
Last
they want.
5
They
years.
want to know.
That's
Who
what
said
they
that?
want to know.
Who said that?
Jobs. And your
Okay.
Man,
job
you can't
as a
even.
your
What the
job
fuck
as
they
a
gotta do
San
with football?
Francisco 49er, because all of those players get paid to do
Okay.
their job. Their
Okay.
job is to win. And they don't win because the Seahawks ran in their trap, take over their trap, and that's Lumen Field Jr. Do not call it
This nigga
Levi
got
Stadium
Oh
This
my
ever.
nigga
God.
got one
Do
win in
not
my
call it
stadium in
Levi
like 6
Stadium
years.
ever
What are you talking
again.
about?
Don't call it Levi Stadium ever again. That's
Man, get
Lumen
the fuck
Field
out of here.
Jr.
All that goofy ass shit. That's
You
Mike
had a chance to
McDonald's
get the
first
number
win in
one
my
seed,
stadium.
and we took over the trap. And then
Oh no,
came
wait a
back
minute. No,
3
it's
weeks
not. No,
No, it's
later.
This
not.
is sec-
He won
this-
last year in your stadium with Geno
yeah.
Smith.
We usually flip in the stadiums. Okay, all right. I got it wrong.
Lumen
And
Field
your head coach,
Jr.
your head coach
All right,
said
get
he
the fuck
can't
out of
do
here.
nothing
Lumen
with the
Field
Seahawks.
Jr.
Little ass niggas.
I mean, the one thing I would like to say is like when people are right, man, I like to give them the credit. I mean, Dante pretty much called out the score. I think he said it was going to be 28-10, ended up being 29-13. So I do like to
Yeah, I
give
gotta give you
credit when
credit,
they're
bro.
right. And I mean, like Dante was right. Like what he said verbatim happened in the game. So I mean, I got to give him his credit. He was 100% right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I didn't necessarily, like I said, I didn't know I was walking into, but I just want to point out some things that happened in the game that won't necessarily make it to Sports Center, but were pivotal. So, Michael Dixon, our punter, kept the ball out of your punt returner's hands. Not only that, he pinned you guys in the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 6 on 4 of our 7 punts. So I want to give the New England defense credit too, because you guys made us punt 7 times. We made y'all punt 8. The average game has 7 punts total between two teams. So we saw a very defensive game. But when you talk about flipping the field, I mean, you can't get better than being within the 5, right? And so that was part of the reason why I felt like we would win, because our special teams is our secret sauce. Not just the Rashid Shaheed return aspect or threat, but like we know how to get out of a bad drive. We don't go for 4th down very often. Let's just go ahead and flip the field. We got the best kicker, or excuse me, punter in the game. Actually, kicker too. John Myers has the most points in
Jason.
Jason, sorry, has the most points in Super Bowl history now, and has the most most points on the season, if I'm not mistaken. We got to you guys as quarterback for the 3rd sack. So this was interesting. They Lumenfield Jr. does a good job of putting in real stats in real time, and we at that point had blitzed 27% of our defensive plays and got to the quarterback 3 times for sacks. At that same time, Sam hadn't been sacked yet, and the Patriots were blitzing at a 71% rate. So, like I said, it just goes. I'm gonna regurgitate. It just goes back to Mike McDonald's scheme. First and foremost, those players obviously have a chip on their shoulder. Like that's just a staple of Seattle players. Like you play up here, you're not going to get the notoriety that you are well deserved to get. And Byron Murphy is pissed that he did not become an All-Pro. Reek Willen hears the murmurs when he gets burnt. All those things like play into it. So there is some little residue, if you will, of what the LOB was like. Our team's just not as loud. That's the only difference. They just go about their business, punch in, put on their hard hat, and go to work.
Yeah, like I will say, like I want to say it was on the first sack that you guys got when we had crossed the 50 on our first drive. Like there were some plays where I think that like Drake just can mitigate it by going ahead and throwing the ball away. Like there was nobody on that side of the field for us as far as the throw to, but you're already outside of the pocket. We're past the 50. I want to say it was a second down play where we ended up running play action,
First down.
The
and
Derek Hall one.
or it was first down. Yeah,
It was
the
first
Derek
down.
Hall one. That's
First and
okay. It
10,
was
yeah.
first down. Yeah, so like those what I'm saying though. Like that goes ahead and just absolutely kills the drive right there, and then you're just trying to go ahead and make up the yardage back rather than go ahead and put yourself in field goal range.
Yep.
Other things I'll say that I saw, bro, like just there were times when guys were like possibly open and Drake just would not pull the trigger at all. Like on the play where I know you saw it was a crosser, it looked like three verts with Diggs. He looked like he was running a vert and then it ended up being a crosser where I'm pretty sure it was Woolen. He looked like he was running towards him, and then after that ended up getting caught on the back end on the right side. And Drake was in the pocket, and I thought he could have thrown it, bro. Like I've seen him all year go ahead and make that kind of throw, and like he just wouldn't pull the trigger, bro. Like he was just real gun shy, man. And like I shoot him no bail for this game. Like I'm about to say, I know, like as far as Smitty, Dre, and like others, I know they've heard me. Like, bro, I'm shooting him absolutely zero bail for the game. I think that the game just solidified as far as like when we're talking about boundary corners. That like the only thing that got solidified is that Christian Gonzalez was a top 2 corner in the game. Like I think that's about it, bro. Like he played his ass off, bro. He made a pass breakup on every single one of your top receivers. The one to Shaheed, man, that shit was special, bro. Like that was some special ass shit. I'll also say like that play that you alluded to with JSN, where if Darnold goes ahead and leads him, like that's probably a touchdown. Like I will say to that same token, like I do kind of wonder where if Gonzo actually does bring in that pick, I kind of do wonder what happens then. Because at that point it would be 6-0 going into the half, and Darnold just went ahead and threw a pick, and it's going to be sitting on his mind for about a half hour while you're sitting in the locker room. So I don't know what would have happened after that. Like I'm not saying that we win or anything. It's just I legitimately don't know how the mindset of Darnold works after that, after just throwing a pick in a crucial spot like that. So like that's the only thing that I'll say is like I think there were opportunities on defense to take the ball away that we just didn't really convert. Like Rome said when he was in the stands, bro, he thought a couple of those passes were going to be intercepted, and it's just like, bro, they were making it a point to go ahead and try to take the ball away. That was one thing that you saw early, and like it just didn't work for him. And like credit to you guys for going ahead and making everything that you needed to do.
Really quick, I want to add a few things. So that AJ Barner touchdown, did y'all hear Cooper Kupp talk about that with the New Heights podcast? Because that play was almost doomed before it started. Because like when they called it, the formation was backwards because Jackson was in the tent with the concussion, and so Coop and Rashid were on the same side. So Coop sent him to the other side, and then Cooper said like mid play, like he was supposed to run like a quick out or something like that, and then he saw everything. He's like, oh shit, I'm about to run the wrong route. So then he did a post and he took everybody with him. So AJ Barner did the corner, and then it was wide open. It was on some like crazy like fluky shit, but like that was, I mean, obviously it was the only offensive touchdown, so it was like a big play in the game. But I want to talk about real quick, just again being in the stadium, and this was my first Super Bowl game ever attended, and like I don't know if I came in with expectations on what I thought it was going to be like, but it definitely was. And I don't know if y'all could hear it really on TV, but that was probably like 80-20 Seahawks fans. Of course, location.
It sounded like it.
Okay, like it, easy to get to, but it just felt, man, the Super Bowl feels a little too corporate and nasty for me. Like I was telling my wife, I was just like, it's lacking energy. Like, I don't know if it's just the matchup, but even in the stadium, it was just like, where's the fucking juice that, you would expect this to happen? Like, I just think about the Super Bowl against the Broncos MetLife game when, of course, the Broncos are the best offense ever. MVP Peyton Manning coming in, you got LOB, and I feel like that was a lot more juice than this shit was. And I don't know if it was just some like West Coast cool shit, but it was something that like I didn't necessarily know how it was going to impact the game. Because for example, at Lumen, like we stand up the whole time the defense is on the field. Like, and this is on some like, oh, let's make noise on third down, and like that just kind of takes away our advantage in a way with the 12 thing. But obviously it didn't matter. But Mike McDonald, I didn't see this on the copy, but Mike McDonald said that y'all were using silent count, which was interesting to me. But like, yeah, man, it was it was something like seeing your team obviously win the bowl was dope. Seeing the atmosphere and all that shit was dope. And I would recommend, like, if y'all could like ever have an opportunity to go support your team, definitely do it. But the after the game shit, I think that's where it's amazing, because you had all the Seahawks fans go down to the field, confetti, like it was just a big ass party, bro. Like that shit was so dope. But yeah, if y'all can go,
probably lacking because of the nervousness in the stadium. Everybody like, damn, if we gotta win this one, we gotta, you know what I mean? If we lose this one,
I don't know
probably gonna be in the stadium full of tears.
Somebody actually ended up selling,
can Vino hear me?
What was it, 10 Super Bowl seats for $50 a pop, bro.
Ask Vino.
That might have been some of the, like, if you were one of those people, bro. If you were one of those people, bro.
I don't think Vino.
I was not.
No, I can't hear Smitty. I can't hear Smitty.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Hey, Smitty, say something.
No, he can't hear me.
Yeah,
he didn't even react. Tell him to just restart the browser and come back in real quick.
Yeah, I mean, try to leave and come back, Vino.
Leave and come back.
Got you.
Well,
yes,
he's
maybe,
doing.
I think you're right though, bro. It was tense, like, but there was like a weird confidence, you know, like, not that. Again, I can't talk for any of the niggas in the locker room, but not that we over here overlook the Patriots, but it's kind of like, man, we just played Stafford and the Rams, and we know how McVay just gives McDonald fits and all that stuff like that. And there was a lot of fans that we talked to, of course, were confident, not on some like 28-10 confidence. Like, my nigga was that confident, but, you know, for the most part, we were all just like, yeah, it's going to be a close one. But I don't know, Smitty, like, as the game went on, I feel like you started to see more people get involved. But also, you're not the passionate fans.
Once you start seeing the gap create, because, like, bro, y'all ever watch a cinematic movie and it's like a hero and the person they're saving, and they always like, I'll stay and hold it off, and they like grab something that they got to hold close, and you watching like the person run away, but then you watching like the dam like slowly open. You like, shit, he finna get washed away. He finna be upstream. And then that's how it felt with the Patriots defense. Like, they were like, hey, we gonna hold it down until the offense catch up. But every quarter you just watching it like tick away. You like, if the Patriots offense, like I said, it was like the last drive they had before halftime. Like, if they don't get points here, I don't know how that defense comes out and holds another 2 quarters without the offense scoring points. And then it came out and it was just like, I ain't gonna lie, I did think the Patriots gonna get a little spark when they got the touchdown to Mac Hollins. I was like, oh, they go to spark right there they might need. But then it was like the Seattle was like, not today. And they went back down the field. They were like, we're not letting you get back in this game. We're not letting you take this away from us.
I mean, like, it was 19-7. I didn't think we was gonna come back, but then on that drive where he threw the pick, I mean, he had Kyle Williams. If he throws the ball to the outside hash, I mean, that's a completion. He has him. He just had a bad throw. I mean,
that's a completion at the hash. In my opinion, that's a touchdown at the numbers.
I mean, with Kyle's speed, I mean, I can't say it is, but it's I've seen Kyle run with the ball. He's pretty damn fast.
And I'm just saying where he was, bro. He was 25 yards away from the end zone. I think he's getting home, bro.
Yeah, I mean, so like the quarterback, you know, that was the worst time he could do, you know, like make that kind of throw behind a wide receiver, and Love was right there to catch. I mean, Love did his job. He was there, caught the ball, and I mean that was all she wrote after that. Like after that, that was a done deal. Like that, it wasn't happening after that.
The game was over before that, Jake. The game was over when on 3rd and 7, y'all called an inside zone. On 3rd and 7, if you come out and run an inside zone, you don't want to win the football game.
Yeah, but you tell me that it's
the Rams do that shit,
and we're driving. If he don't throw the pick there, like that game, and I'm not saying we would have won, but that game would have.
That's a lot more interesting, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I can't say that we would have won the game because on the drive we scored on. I mean, I feel as if Seattle wasn't really that aggressive on that drive. I felt like they kind of, they kind of took a step back, and they was like, well, I mean, it's 19-0. Like, I mean, this team ain't really done nothing all game, so it's probably a done deal. So I can't say that the Patriots offense was really that great on that drive. I don't think Seattle. I just think Seattle was not really trying to do much. They were just like, well, this team had a hard time getting first down, so we'll just chill out. And I'll be
Nah,
like,
JMIK, I'll tell you exactly what happened, bro. This was the daily or the every game Tariq Woolen moment that we have. There's always a cluster of shit every single game, and sometimes it costs you. Like week 1, the 49ers, it cost us. Reek played the ball well. He was in phase. He stops. Pearsall gets behind him, catches the ball. Next play, Tungus misplays the ball. Like they're both right there. Misplays the ball. 49ers go ahead. 49ers win. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Fast forward, Rams game.
More head top than anything, but I get what you're saying.
But the niggas are the same size though. Like I hear what you're saying, but they're both Tariq Woolen 6'4", bro.
He is.
Yeah.
Reek 6'3", 6'4". He's 6'3", 6'4", bro.
He was legit 6'4", bro. Yeah. So they was both. Regardless, the Rams game, you have the taunting after he locks shit up. Very next play, what happens? Stafford goes over the top. Boom. So they get the deep dig on Hollins. He catches the ball between 4 niggas, which was the most amazing throw of the game because Drake saw it. Drake let it. He just let that shit go. Didn't even think about it. Very next play, Reek was fucking around. Like, if you're in the stadium, you could see this nigga over here. Like, he was looking at the opposite sideline, and then they went. So he had to run and get back into coverage, and Drake already knew where he was going.
Right.
As soon as Matt got that step, it didn't even matter. Touchdown. So, like, that was one of the situations. Mike was like, "Nah, bro, ring this shit in." Like,
right. Yeah,
they didn't want to get no points. They wanted to shut y'all out.
From my vantage point, because I was in the stadium as well. On that play, Mac was running towards me, so I saw Mac break free, and I was like, "What the hell? Like, who is supposed to be guarding him?" And I couldn't see Reek because Mac is in front of him from my vantage point. But I knew because this is what happens. I was like, Reek Rowland, he blew the coverage. And sure enough, he caught the ball. I saw the touchdown, 27, right? Number 27. So from my vantage point in the stadium, I was in a section that was dominated by Seahawk fans. I mean, there were Patriot fans sprinkled throughout, but it sounded like a Lumen Field atmosphere because we got up because we know like when we're on defense, we stand. So we were up the entire first defensive drive. And I even text Jerome from where I was like, bro, this is a home game. And I think I might even put it on social media for everyone back home because it was crazy, stupid loud. But in regards to the ratio, like Rome said, it was probably 80-20. I didn't really hear the Patriot loyals until that Mac Collins touchdown. Like y'all got super loud at that point. I'm like, oh, okay, they are in the building. Because even when the game started and Malcolm Butler came and rang the bell, like y'all didn't really even get all that loud. I was like, oh yeah, this game is a wrap. They don't even have the energy that we have. Like we just came out with a different swagger, and I hate to make it seem like I'm shitting on the Patriots because I'm not. It's just a Seattle thing. Like I know my team too well that the energy, just like with the first Super Bowl win, like all the energy centered around greatest offense and all that other stuff, that was pissing LOB off. And Joe Buck even had an interview where he said he interviewed the LOB on like the Wednesday before the game, and his wife is a huge Broncos fan, used to be a Broncos cheerleader, and she was like, "Oh, how was the interview?" And he was like, "You're not going to want to hear how this game is going to go," because he knew on Wednesday we were going to demolish the Broncos. I felt that same way about this team this year, especially after like Rome made mention to, we were able to get past our arch rivals, which are the Rams, and we took care of business in the divisional game. We all saw that, but I don't want to get Sir riled up because he doesn't like talking.
So the one thing that I'll say,
he don't like talking recency football. He likes to talk about the past. So
why would I get riled up? Because you said the Rams are your rival.
I'm talking about the week before. I don't want to talk about the week before that.
Oh, okay. You beat us the week before.
No, we didn't beat you. We beat the shit out of you. That's the difference.
Okay. All right.
I think that was said pretty well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Like
the one.
All right. Hey, listen. Something that I've been trying to say for like the last hour is I haven't heard anybody give. Everybody keeps talking about Kenneth Walker, but shout out to Geno Smith. because he was live tweeting during the game,
Oh,
and I can't say it how he said it, because he's in like film rooms and shit. But he was basically saying in the second half, he liked what they were doing in the run game. Like they were running inside zone, but then I can't say how he's. You got to go to his page and put in 5 tech, because I know for a fact he said 5 tech to look for the tweets. But he was like they was running inside zone and then they was bunching it, jumping it outside. I'm not saying it how Gino said it. Okay, he said it way more
I'm gonna see if I
technical
can
than I
find the
did.
tweet.
So he was like they were running inside zone and then they bounced it outside to put pressure to stretch the 5 tech or some shit like that. And he was like, that's an ingenious game plan, and the Patriots can't figure it out. So I don't know exactly what he said word for word, but he recognized it in the game, and he was like, "I've never seen anybody do that before, and it's basically killing the Patriots. They can't figure it out."
I don't think that we couldn't figure it out. I just think it kind of went to, like I said the week before, like our linebackers are not the strength of that defense at all. And so like when you running like outside zone, like you need, like the linebackers got to fill. And I mean, besides Spillane, like them other dudes ain't, they're not going to be capable of doing that on every play.
But he wasn't talking about the linebackers. He was talking about your linemen.
Yeah, but the way that our D-line
he said that the adjustments that they made in the run game is putting too much stress on your defensive line.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like that's just what we like. So first, like obviously that's like besides the corners, that's the strength of the defense. So I mean, like we depend on them to make a lot of plays, and so I mean, like for me, like when I was watching the second half, like I needed the linebackers to do more get off blocks, and they weren't doing that. And it kind of pointed to what I've been saying all season. Our linebackers aren't really that great, and I just think it's something that we definitely got to address. Whether it's the draft or free agency, like they got to get better linebacker. Like to have the D line that we have, especially the interior D line that we have with Barmore, with Williams and Tongan, like the rest of those guys, and like the linebacker play got to be better. And so like yeah, I mean we made it this far, but like if we want to, if we want to, not saying we're gonna make the Super Bowl next year, but if we want to have another successful season, there are certain areas of the team that we got to upgrade, and linebacker is one of those positions to me.
Yeah,
Sir,
I mean,
if you
to
look
me,
in the chat, I put the tweet in the chat for you.
yeah, I mean, another thing that I'll say that kind of pissed me off offensively.
In the pod chat.
Go ahead.
No, on screen,
yeah.
in private chat.
Nah, go ahead, Smitty.
No, I was just saying, like, after reading this, he kind of did point out what was going on. Like, they knew the linebackers weren't a strong point. They knew if you could hold the defensive line inside the trench and get outside of the tackle, and you had no penetration from the line, they could run the ball successfully. And that's what they did. I mean, and it go back to like Rome saying, like, that patience that I've never seen from K9 was really a factor, bro. That pause, waiting for the hole to be created, and then hitting it with the burst of speed he was hitting it with, bro. It was almost like the backbreaker for me. Like everybody on the show kind of had they person they thought could break the game open. I definitely said K9 was my X factor for Seattle. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was going to be in that fashion though, because I'm so used to him being a power runner, like just creating holes, creating gaps. That pause, I don't know. Like Vino and JMIK probably could tell me. Like, I don't know if it was on tape before, or you know what I mean. If y'all had seen him do stuff like that before,
I've seen pieces of it, bro. I've seen pieces of it, but I never saw the patience get to that point, bro. Like there was a play where he dead ass looks.
Like I seen one time where he stopped his feet, bro.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He looks at Kyrus Tonga. He has to pick a side. He shifts his shoulders to the left. Tonga starts that way, and then after that, once he cuts right, when Tonga recovers, bro, he's absolutely cooked. That's what I'm saying, bro. It was Le'Veon Bell type patience that we saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to give credit to it.
Yeah, I've never seen him be that patient. Like I've seen him you know, like a couple of playoff games, be a little patient, but like it was like on like Bino said, it was on some Le'Veon Bell shit. Like he pretty much stopped. He stopped in the hole and just waited for it to open, and then he just ran through it. Or I mean, he was stretching out to the outside and waited for the hole to appear, and then he cut back in and then went. I've not seen him do it to that level, like it did in the Super Bowl. But credit to him and that offense and the game plan, because like everybody's saying, like we know the Patriots linebackers are not the strength of that defense, and so I mean it showed itself and not just in the second half, but it showed itself in the first half as well.
Yeah, one thing that I will say that I look back, that I remember vividly through the game, bro, is like one thing that I said before, like especially on the preview that I wanted to see us do, and they did a little bit of it, a lot more than what we saw during the regular season, but in my opinion, they didn't do it enough. They didn't have Ramondre and Travion on the field at the same time enough. Because when they were on the field at the same time in the game, that was actually our most productive runs. Like we started off the game, it was a fake jet sweep. Ramondre gets 9 yards right there, boom. Then after that, we had another one where I want to say Travion gets an outside toss out of that. Travion gets another 9 yards off the edge. And it's like, we see that's what's actually working in the ground game when they actually have to account for the threat of Travion Henderson. And yet we just sit up here and disregard it. Like, and those are our best runs of the game. We didn't have a run of 10 yards the entire game, but we had 2 9-yard runs, both while both of our running backs were on the field. So that's something that I look back on. And it's just like that I think we had missed opportunities on to go ahead and just help the offense out. And also help the defense out by giving them a little bit more rest too. Because like JMIK said, man, there's only so long before the dam can break. So
no, it was a really good game though. Like the first 3 quarters, man, was complete chess match. Who can break who first? I think like obviously it was a bunch of field goals by Seattle, but they were like chipping at the bit. They were like, you know what I mean, kind of just chipping at the bit. And what I like about McDaniel, Clint Kubiak in that situation is usually you start pressing. You start looking for answers that you probably aren't being presented with. You stop taking what the defense is giving you. You start just forcing. And it was like JSN, yeah, everybody lost a parlay because they had JSN on the parlay. Clint Kubiak was like, "Hey, we got 5 other. Well, I didn't either, but we got 5 other guys on the roster. Let's just start including them in the game. Let's give it to these tight ends. Let's get Cooper Kupp some touches. Let's give it to the running back. Let's just keep them honest."
All of my Seattle props hit.
The one thing I was surprised about
props
was
that killed my ticket was the Patriots.
I mean, for me, the one thing that did surprise me about my team was we punted the ball out, which I thought we was going to punt a good amount. I was surprised that we punted to Shaheed so many times. Like they gave that man a chance to return the ball. I mean, it's good that the coverage. I think it was just one kick I was really concerned about where the punter outkicked the coverage, but every other kick, I mean, the coverage was. I mean, like Schooler was right there, but. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, I'm not gonna let this dude ruin this game. But they were definitely. I guess the coach had confidence in the coverage and the coverage team and all that, and it worked out. But I wouldn't have did it the same way personally.
Hey, JMIK, let me tell you, when the few times where Rashid had a shot and he didn't fair catch it, there was a gasp across the entire crowd.
Yeah.
The whole crowd, not just the Patriots fans, it was everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like something's about to explode because you're not supposed to.
He's that kind of player.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, he's that kind of player. Now, one thing I'll say though, bro, like on the Patriots side, I do kind of got a little bit of a beef when I went back and I watched some of your guys' punts with Marcus Jones because there were some spots where he could have fair caught to go ahead and not let the ball go ahead and bounce within the 10. That way you guys could go ahead and get that. So I do kind of have a little bit of a beef there because like you guys are saying, bro, like this kind of game field position is, absolutely paramount. Vital. So if he could have sat up here and saved us a good 15 yards right then and there, bro, like, you guys have to go ahead and drive down the field further. Jake Myers has to go ahead and make, longer field goals, which he's got all the leg to do, you know what I mean? But you got to make it tougher on these guys to go ahead and, give the defense a better opportunity. And like, this is just one of those games, bro. Every yard mattered. Like, that's just the way it was.
I want to correct myself, too.
I mean, for Marcus, it's disappointing, though, because he's a veteran. Like, Like a lot of them joints were like what Vino just said. A lot of them kicks or them punts where he let it roll. He should have caught the ball. And I mean, like I just expect more out of him. I mean, he's been an all-pro returner before. And those are just bad mistakes that, especially with the offense, how they were struggling, like you can't make those mistakes in that kind of game.
So I wanted to correct myself. Rome, you were right. That was 2015 versus the Panthers when his arm was shot. The year that y'all crushed him, he was league MVP. He actually threw for 5,000 yards that year.
Yeah, 55 touchdowns too.
Yeah. So I was wrong.
All good, brother. Man, I'm just curious for the non-Seahawks and Patriots fans, who else jumped off the screen for y'all? So Dre, Smitty, Sir, just on either team, who else jumped off the screen for y'all?
Y'all defensive line, man. I don't know who's beside Leonard Floyd, but
Leonard Williams.
Yeah. What did I say? Leonard Floyd? Who the fuck is Leonard Floyd? I feel like
he's on the Rams.
Okay, yeah. Whoever's beside him, man, that motherfucker was eating all day long.
Derek Hall, like 58.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He was in the backfield. It was like he was a damn Patriot. He was in the backfield so much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was McDonald or him playing beside Floyd or he was just juiced up. But he had a hell of a fucking game.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy with him? He only had 2 sacks on the season, and he had 2 sacks in the bowl, but like he gets pressure a lot, but he's the edge setter. Mm-hmm. So like the stats aren't there. He had 8 sacks, I want to say every year, but this one. Mm-hmm. So he's been borderline breakout. So I hope that this is like the main, like, all right, bro, it's ready to go. But yeah, Will Campbell didn't have shit for that man, bro. It was a tough day. And then
not just for him, he didn't have shit for anybody, bro. Even
I mean, they was moving him around, though. He was having his way. So,
bro, and look,
the playoffs was against the Broncos. That's it. I mean, other than that, the shit was rough for him.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We haven't talked about Josh McDaniel enough. He did a shit job. He didn't protect his quarterback. He didn't protect Will Campbell. Like, I didn't even see him even attempt to make an adjustment until the second half. Like, they didn't put a tight end on the left side of Campbell until the second half. Like, and even when they did put one over there, it was occasionally that the tight end would chip the edge. And I'm just like, your boy is getting whooped.
But that's not even my biggest beef. My biggest beef is your one of your best players on the offense, Mondre, gets 7 carries. And then, you want to call that, I mean, like, Trey got sick, bro. Like, you threw the ball almost 50 times and you only ran it with the running backs 13 times. I'm not counting Drake May's runs, like, because most of them runs aren't designed. They're scrambles. So, bro, like, when you go against really good defenses like this one that we faced, you cannot run the ball 13 times with your run. You have to commit to the run. And I mean, he did a good job of that in the Denver game. Maybe that was the weather related. We still ran the ball against the Texans for the most part, but it's just like it wasn't successful early on. And he just threw that, he just threw it away and just never went back to it. And it's just like, I get it. We were down 2 and 3 possessions through the majority of the game, but you gotta keep the defense honest. You gotta keep running the ball, and it wasn't much there, but you gotta keep doing it. And I mean, he made it easy for the defense to me. So.
He didn't attempt to move the pocket one time at all to help mitigate the offensive line, bro. Like it was bad, bro. It was just bad.
Like I just felt like,
man, I text both of you. I text both of y'all. I text JMIK and Vino in the second quarter. I said, bro, he has to move the pocket to save Drake May because the offensive line on the left side is getting whooped like children.
And it wasn't just Will Campbell.
Wait a minute, I don't
know
how you texted them niggas when I told you like 15 minutes prior. Pull up the text, nigga.
Hey man,
give me my. You see the shit I got to deal with.
Hey Rome, speaking of timestamps, what did
you just text me what I already said though? I had already told Vina. Look,
but you ain't even like at halftime. I was like, bro. There's no motion. There's no shifts. They're not moving the pocket. Like they just lining up. I text this. They just lining up and snapping the ball. Like in Seattle was teeing off on these niggas.
Because they were in hell. They were in literal hell. They were in
but Dre, this is what I'm saying, dog. It was just like, and I ain't trying to take no shots. But everybody was like, "Oh, Josh McDaniels," and then they gave him the assistant offensive coach of the year. Assistant coach of the year, and I'm just like, to have that to get all of that praise, to get that award, and to do that, he should be stripped of that award, dog. That was awful.
I agree with you.
It's crazy. You had the coach of the year and the offensive coach of the year against another potential coach of the year and another potential offensive coach of the year, and you could tell they took that shit personal.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rome, what did I text you in the game? That soon came.
It's certified. I pulled up the text. Right?
Wait, what?
You text me at 8:55, sir. I text JMIK at 7:30.
I'm sorry. You called me. I'm sorry.
Damn, you just wrong a lot today. You just come on,
man. Nigga, I'm sorry. I've been cool for 20 minutes. And then this little nigga stopped talking to me, dog. I can't take this shit. I can't take this little nigga talking to me, man. This nigga ain't even make the playoffs, dog. How many fucking picks y'all done had in the last 5 years in the top 10? Leave me alone.
Hey, look, all I got to say to you is never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. Brother. You done been through
this
enough.
Little nigga keep talking to me.
The head coach just got. You know what? I'm not gonna say that.
And your coach just got fired.
You know what happened to your head coach?
And your coach just got fired
during the Super Bowl.
And your coach just got fired.
I'm not gonna say it.
Your
on the
coach
show,
just got fired.
We got a word for what happened to Shanahan.
We put boot the ass in your stadium this year.
Oh man. Yeah, y'all. I got head up out of here, man.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I gotta bounce, man. I can't.
Hey, Rome, real quick before you bounce.
Yeah.
I texted you during the game about Drake May. What did I text you?
He said so it was right before the fumble. He said Drake May is going to give us one. He's going to throw a pick. And then the fumble happened, which I think was the Derek Hall fumble recovered by Byron Murphy. Mm-hmm. And then he was just like, yeah, no, I wasn't talking about the fumble. Like, he's about to give us one. And then the next drive was the Julian Love pick. And then he was like, he might give us another one. Like,
and then we got the pick six.
Yeah. Which is nasty. So, like, I saw that they gave that as a sack, a fumble recovery touchdown, and then they changed it. Why did they change that to an interception?
Because the ball never hit the ground. That's why.
Okay, I would again.
So he was trying to throw it. It went up in the air, and he caught it. Yeah. What do you call it? A fumble interception? Though it's still a turnover to me.
It's still a turnover. It was just a matter of like we would have tied the amount of sacks in the Super Bowl with 7. And because it didn't count as a sack, it counted as a interception. We went back down to 6, so we no longer tied the lead. That's why.
I think it's the fact that he was trying to throw it, and then it got like the hit and the strip, and it just went up in there, and the dude caught it. I think that's all. I mean, if the ball hits the ground, then it's a sack fumble. So
the only thing I saw, because I was actually moving down at that point, because our friends like got some seats lower, and they had a seat for me, so I actually only saw Chinna pick up the ball and run. So I didn't see what happened before that. So when I watched the replay. Again, it makes sense, but I just know how they ruled it, and then they changed it.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, whether it's
before Rome leave, he asked a question about who popped off on the screen. For me, I don't know how many tackles he ended with, right? But Ernest Jones seemed like he was hitting everything moving. It felt like he had 20 tackles. Too, I mean, I don't know how many he had. I haven't 11. Looked at the stats, but
he had 11.
But he was moving, bro. Like every time it happened, bro. Every time the ball seemed to be in his vicinity, he was there.
I mean, one guy I do want to give a shout out to, like, because everybody talk about Christian, but my rook, like Craig Woodson, boy, that boy ain't missed no tackle in that game. I mean, he played really well for like a rookie safety in that game. So
I want to apologize to Drake. I ain't mean to yell at you like that.
I was going to answer the question.
Now tell him he's not a little nigga. Tell him he's a big nigga now.
No, he's still a little nigga, but I shouldn't talk to little niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize, Drake. Can we be friends again?
He's just mad because he bald.
Man, I know somebody that like
and we're not gonna do that with the bald niggas, man.
Okay,
we ain't gonna do that today, man.
We want to clarify. You know,
bald niggas been winning since '84.
3 versus 3. What's up now? What's up now? It's 3-on-3.
No Beijing. 2 things that never left me in high school: my girlfriend and my hairline.
Again.
No Beijing is crazy.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see you niggas again.
Are you talking about the Seahawks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the one thing I say about the Seahawks, I think the league is kind of doing y'all a disservice.
Eagles too. The Eagles come out to Santa Clara this year.
No, they are.
Because I mean, like they're saying that with that Rams Niners game might be on Wednesday and y'all game be on Thursday. And I'm just like, I'm not even a Seahawks fan, but if I was a Seahawks fan, I feel some kind of way about that. Because like when you win the Super Bowl, like you're supposed to raise the banner, like like on opening night, you're supposed to be the first game. So if I was y'all, man, I definitely feel some kind of way personally.
It just it's just the disrespect we see. Like again, we're going to next season. It's going to be the Rams and the 49ers
game. Going to be on Thursday. That's what they said. They said that game in Australia could be on Wednesday.
But
sir,
it could be Wednesday.
The time difference, though, it's most likely going to be
Wednesday for them.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be Thursday in Australia, but Wednesday in the U.S. when the 49ers Rams kick off. Will still be the Thursday in the U.S.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the first game that you watch of the season. That's what I'm saying. I would just feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I get
but it's just
board
material. Hey, man, listen, I don't want to rain on y'all parade, but I want to have that game as soon as possible. So my team can get back to the United States as soon as possible.
Y'all gonna lose 2 niggas to injury on that trip.
See
now.
I'm just saying, sir, we go through this every year, brother.
Here we go.
I don't want to hear no
excuses. Blame it on the substation.
I ain't see now when the young boys start getting nasty and wishing.
Wait a minute, I got the third most Super Bowls on the show.
And all that shit. Don't say nothing to me.
What happens in the first game don't matter about the rest of the season. Week 1 didn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but you also want to
win that first game of the
season, though, man. Like I don't you don't want to get off to the season on the wrong foot and lose a game.
But week 1 had heavy implications in the Super Bowl. Whoever won that game would get the number 1 seed. So week 1 definitely mattered.
And I mean, for us, like us losing to the Raiders week 1, that caused us not to get the 1 seed. But then again, I be telling my own fan base, if we get the 1 seed, then our whole run is different. We might not get to the Super Bowl because if we get the 1 seed, we're playing Buffalo in the divisional. So you just don't know how that's going to go. I still think we would have beat them niggas, but I mean, I can't say without a shadow of a doubt that we would have still made it to the Super Bowl, though.
Right. So, what I do know is that we lost week 1 and the number 1 seed was on the line because of that week 1 loss in week 18. And we came into Santa Clara, won, took a break, and then those niggas came to us, beat the brakes off them. Then we went and had the Rams come, beat them. So we didn't duck no smoke this entire playoff. So you can't put no smut on our championship whatsoever.
A lot of people were trying to do that. A lot of people were like, oh, you play Drake May. Oh, you play the busted 49ers.
All right, real quick. I did some research. Into that opening night game. So basically it's gonna work like this. If Melbourne allows the NFL to play that game on Thursday, then they will play on Thursday and the Seahawks will play on Wednesday. If Melbourne will not move it from Wednesday, then the game will be held on Wednesday and the Seahawks will stay on Thursday.
Wednesday is a nasty day for NFL.
Yeah, but it's like that game's on. You gotta have that game with enough time for them to get back. Because that's a long flight. I mean, no matter if you're on the West Coast or not, it's still a long flight.
15 hours.
I mean,
so they have to play that game. To me, it's like they have to play it on Wednesday. To me,
if y'all get Wednesday, bro, that's like a bye week.
I mean, it's one extra
time
day.
Y'all play is like what 12 days, 13.
I heard
11 days, some shit
when we
like
play
that.
the 49ers next year, a bye week for us because y'all ain't gonna be.
For you?
With that,
Yeah,
I
man.
gotta go be
Look,
somebody's
my
daddy.
take.
So it's been real, y'all. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, bro.
All right, well, we appreciate
All right,
it.
y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all
We
later.
appreciate you, man.
All right, Tay, I'm gonna get up with you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Bye week? You?
Yeah, good brother. Because you know what my takeaway was from the football game? Because Josh McDaniels looked so lost out there. I thought to myself,
Dante,
if Josh McDaniels
Rams
can win all them Super Bowls with
y'all
Tom
ain't played
Brady,
the Rams.
what
Y'all
you
played
think
the
Matt
Cowboys,
Nagy
right?
could do with Jackson Dart?
No, y'all played the Commanders. Who y'all played last year?
Think about it, sir.
Me?
Y'all came in second last season. Y'all had a second place schedule, right? So y'all played the Commanders.
We played the Seahawks this year.
Oh, okay.
And we play the Seahawks this year.
We play y'all this year too.
I know. I keep telling you we're gonna kick y'all back in again.
I mean, because the funny thing is,
your
like,
stadium again.
Okay.
Because I mean, the funny thing is, like, I got people in my fan base talking about, oh, what if we play the Seahawks week 1? I'm like, I mean, they could do that, but I don't think they would though, because we just played in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't think they put that on week 1. But
Yeah,
but
they
I mean,
haven't done that
that
yet.
smoke anyway.
It's been a few times.
You don't want that again.
What you mean, nigga? It's a new season. It's a draft, a free agency. We got money to spend. I'm not. Look. I said it before the playoffs started. I wasn't scared of no one in the AFC, and I mean, like you know what I mean. Granted, I mean we got our butts kicked in the Super Bowl, but I'm not about to be like tucking tail going into the 26th season, bro. Who are we like? I know who we playing. If we play Seahawks week 1, I mean, like niggas will lace it up and we're gonna play. I'm not about to be scared about it though.
You're gonna lace it up and get the shit beat out of you. That's
it's a new season, man. I mean, it's a whole new season. Man, I know a Giant fan ain't telling me I'm gonna get my.
I be getting upset, man. This little nigga keep talking.
I'm not trying to have you talking to me like that.
JMIK, I don't know if you know, but I just won a Super Bowl because Julian Love and Leonard Williams are former Giant greats. So once a Giant, always a Giant.
Oh my God!
Giants won the Super Bowl.
No, I mean y'all fumbled them bags, and I mean like didn't sign them dudes. So that's on your organization.
Once a Giant, always a Giant. I don't make the rules, good brother.
Once you leave a team, that's it.
Once a Giant, always a Giant.
So you're gonna wear a half Giants jersey and they have Seattle jersey. Is that what you're doing?
Always a Giant.
Nah. Those are Seahawks because the Seahawks chose to pay him. You ain't want to pay them dudes.
Giants. We claim them.
Hey, do y'all think DK Metcalf need a little therapy because he was on that team all them years? Then he finally get traded. They finally win. You think he need a little help?
I mean, for what I'm saying, he didn't want to stay there though.
Consoling.
Got good. Like I don't like that. The fact they got to the Super Bowl.
I know you feeling like.
I mean, he was a distraction, though. So I feel like that unit is better without him. I don't think they're as talented, but as a unit, they don't have to worry about his outbursts. They don't have to worry about him getting personal fouls late in games and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a distraction, and they did the right thing by moving him.
Well, I don't want to give the Seahawks more.
Listen,
credit.
certified. Don't get me twisted. I agree with the move, but I feel like DK probably looking at the situation like, damn, if I could have just shut my damn mouth for just a season, I might have been part of this victory lap right now.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
If I could have just let JSN be the bus driver of the receiver room and me just take my role, I could be winning right now. I could be in the Cooper Kupp role.
But that's asking a lot of a motherfucker that'll have an outburst on the field while his team is up.
Oh yeah, slap niggas and all.
He'll get a fucking personal foul.
Yeah,
it'd be 3rd and 5, and he'll get a personal foul. Now it's 3rd and 20.
And this is coming from a DK apologist when he was with the Seahawks, because I would try to make excuses for him, but the truth of the matter is, the reason why he's not a Seahawk is because of him. We were willing to extend him. He demanded a trade. So there's a butterfly effect of this Super Bowl run because of a lot of things. One being DK not wanting to sign, Geno not wanting to sign. Either one of those two sign, we don't have the cap space to go get Cooper Kupp, to go get DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Will Fryers, the offensive guard that's over in Minnesota, sucking ass. We wanted to sign him too. And he didn't want to take a physical. That's the reason why he signed with Minnesota sight unseen. And they got a lemon. But had that not happened, we wouldn't have even drafted Gray Zabel. We would have took Nick Imamori with our first overall pick. Had we won the Rams game that we lost in overtime, we would have been in the playoffs. And that was a game that DK didn't play, and JSN had 142 yards, which was a key indicator that we should be going in this direction. Had that game went the way that it was supposed to, which is we were supposed to win, but Gino threw an interception in the red zone. We wouldn't have had Mike McDonald and John Schneider at the Senior Bowl because we would have been playing a wild card game. That's when they first saw Gray Zabel and he was killing. So that's how he even showed up on our radar. So there's sort of a butterfly effect of things that happen in the offseason, which is why I really am excited about this offseason. That this could be a completely different look of a Seahawks team had any one of those things not happen.
Let me ask you about this off season though. I know you don't work in the front office, but I'm just asking your opinion. Do you think they are going to be aggressive trying to re-sign Kenneth Walker?
I think they should be. I do. I think they will. How aggressive is always.
Well, do you think they're going to let him test the market and come back?
No, I don't think they're going to do the same thing New York did with Saquon. No.
Okay. Now, I know that you drafted.
Like that.
Hey, listen, they should have never let that man walk through the door. They should have never.
That's on y'all. But he'll say Scatterbo is better. But listen, you got two big joints
anymore. We call it a 49er. That's what we call it. We don't call them lemons.
Yeah, but I think I don't think they got much choice. Like I think you got to sign Walker because I don't even know if Charbonnet, as late as he tore his ACL, I don't know if he's going to be ready for week 1. So if you didn't resign him, let him walk, like I'm not.
That was the divisional round, right?
Nah,
was that week 18?
No, it was in the playoffs. It was
divisional round then because he did it against us.
Yeah, it was before the Rams game. So I don't know if you can afford not to have him on the team because with the Charbonnet thing, he could be ready for the season, might not. We don't know. But then if you let Kenneth Walker go, then you depend on Charbonnet to come back. And again, I mean, the Seahawks been drafting, running backs for a while, like the last couple of seasons. They got a lot of guys that got hurt this past year. So I guess you can lean on like all those guys that you have, but I just don't know.
The question is how much the Seahawks trust George Halani, Velais Jones, and we still have McIntosh. People forget about who was on IR the whole year. So our running back room is a deep running back room, but to your point, Charbonnet is not going to be ready week 1, nor do we want to put him out there as the cowbell because we run a dual set, right? They shared the bulk of the carries, and that was by design so that we would see a fresh K9 and a fresh.
Y'all rushed the ball like 115 times or some shit like that. 515 times.
Yeah, so I think that he's priority. I think he's priority number 1 in free agency. K9, I'm referring to.
All right, so my next one is go ahead, Dre.
Oh no, I was the comment that came on the screen. I was going to ask about that, but go ahead.
Oh, so I know you drafted Witherspoon and JSN in the same draft, and y'all picked up both of the 5th-year options. You think they're going to try to extend both of them next year, or they're going to try to knock out one this off season and the other one next, or how you think they're going to do that?
Yeah, that's based off of the relationship that JSN and both Spoon have with not only Mike McDonald but with Schneider, and it's a healthy relationship. So those two players are smart enough to know that the money's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. But hey, winning a Super Bowl changes things. So somebody could be like, yo, I want to capitalize on this now, and I don't fault them for it. I'm not making it seem like that's villainous in any way, shape, or form. But if I'm John Schneider, I'm trying to extend them next year because the extension comes with a lot of cash, right? That's upfront signing bonus money. And who has $100 million to just give out up front?
So this is my question though. If JSN get another first team All Pro, the price of the brick gonna go up again.
Yeah, but being able to shift the money around, like we have a lot of cap space, and people have
I
been
know.
talking about how much cap space we have this year, but we also have 43 players under contract. Like we have the least amount of players under contract, so we're in a really huge roster rebuild that no one wants to talk about. The beauty of it is a lot of our free agents are restricted or exclusive free agents, so they're not really going anywhere. But the ones who are unrestricted play key roles in this defense and offense. So we got some decisions we got to make. Is it Reek Woolen
I mean,
or is it Kobe Bryant? You
your
know what I
only
mean?
your only problem is like with those restricted free agents, what they get offered from other teams. That's your only issue.
Yeah, but historically, restricted free agents don't get big offers for that very reason. They're restricted.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
teams don't want to try to overpay for someone that isn't necessarily, well, I won't say proven, but could be
I
retained
mean, if
anyway.
your
It's the same thing in
starters,
basketball. It's the
yeah,
same thing in
your
basketball. Restricted
Yeah,
free
but I
agents
don't
don't.
think
You got to
if
Seattle
over.
did
your
that.
starters are gonna warrant at least a second. Um, depending on who it is, but your starters should. If a team does offer them something and you don't match it, you're gonna get like at least the floor is a third for your
Yeah, but the thing
starters.
about the
I don't
Seahawks,
know about your backups though.
yeah,
It
but the thing
depends
I
on
like
what
about the
tender you
Seahawks
put
though
on the
in their
guy.
situation is they got all this cap space, but they're not paying a quarterback $55 million. And even though Sam
Yeah,
won the Super Bowl, Sam like his game was such that he can't just go into the front office to the gym like, yeah, like I want 55. They be looking at him like, nah, we're not giving you that. So I mean that's the one good thing is
yeah, 45.
I don't. I'm not like I like personally like he might get around 40, but he's on the
No, but
contract.
what I get what you're saying. I feel
He's
like
on the
his
contract for 2 more years though. And let me just finish. Like then that leads to my next point is like when you don't have to pay a quarterback 55 million, it gives all these other guys like JSN and Witherspoon and Woolen and all these other guys and Kenneth Walker, it gives you more breathing room to give those guys that kind of money because you're not paying the quarterback top 5, top 10 money.
that's if he plays ball. Because I'm gonna use my team for example. On the open market, Brock Purdy isn't worth $50 million, but his value to the 49ers, he is worth $50 million. So the same thing go with Sam Donald. Like, is he worth 50 on the open market? No, he's not. But his value to the Seahawks may be 50 million. I don't think he'll get 50, but he's somewhere around 45, 48.
I mean, he
You
just
know,
signed the deal last year, though. He got
I
he
I,
got
I
he
know,
got
but
3 years.
if they are in their window, they're going to extend him after next year. They're gonna try to extend him before he play his last year.
Yeah, but I think Sam got some loyalty to them, man, because it's not like teams were knocking down his door trying to give him the deal that the Seahawks gave
Bro,
him.
that's them days are long gone, dog.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean,
It, what loyalty
Wait,
did he need to show when he already
Sam is a
has a ring?
loyal guy, though, bro. Like you
All
kind of
right,
who,
dog.
who Sam is. Like, I don't think
Okay.
no, I'm
So
just telling you. Like
yeah,
I mean, I
no,
played
you're
against
right,
him.
Nick.
Early in his
Yeah,
career.
he is loyal.
He's
But
a
but
loyal kind
what
of guy.
but what incentive does he have to take a discount?
He's not
I mean,
taking
is it
a
a
discount.
discount really? Like just because he won a Super Bowl, like he was.
But
We
that's what
just spoke about this whole time about
again,
how
you're
he
talking
wasn't
about
great.
his value to
Hold
the
on, no.
league.
Listen. You got to let me finish, right? So I can make a point. So you're talking about what he could be valued to the Seahawks, but you already established that nobody else in the NFL values him at that level.
Right.
Now he's already been in multiple different organizations.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's been up and down. Some were good, some were bad. He just won the Super Bowl as a starting NFL quarterback for
Right.
the Seahawks. He has no incentive to ask for $50 million because he won't get it on the open market. Because if I'm the Seahawks, I'm telling them, if you want 50, go get it. Find me somebody that's going to pay you $50 million.
Okay.
Ain't nobody paying Sam Darnold $50 million to be their quarterback.
Okay. I agree with you. I said that.
The only flaw that I have with that, Dre, is that he's under contract, so you can't even really go test the open market
Yeah.
to say that. What I was gonna say is that it's actually to the Seahawks' benefit if they want to free up some cap space to extend him, because then his cap hit this year actually drops. The floor of his cap hit for this season drops. But I don't foresee that happening because part of his contract has already been guaranteed as of yesterday. Same with
he's got like
Cooper.
17.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah. But those contracts, especially for quarterback, can get ripped up and restructured. So I'm not necessarily worried about Sam. Sam's going to be here for the long haul. Long haul meaning at least the next 2 seasons, in which in that 2 seasons we might see something from Milroe that says, "Yeah, we're ready to pass the baton off."
And back-to-back Bama Super Bowl winners.
And if I want to give an example that's not the same but close, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not getting that money that he got from Detroit somewhere else. We know what Jared Goff is. He not only does he need to be insulated in a jam-packed roster, he is 100% dependent on play action. I don't give a fuck how much talent you have on that team. If they can't run play action, Jared Goff is dog shit. And we saw that this year. I've been saying that about him his entire career, even going back to the Rams. I don't care how much talent you insulate Jared Goff with. If you cannot run play action, he is useless. Look at his contract.
Yeah, but you gotta, when you talk Jared Goff and Sam Darnold has not put up the same kind of numbers that Jared Goff put up. Like, I get why Detroit.
He hasn't had a roster like Jared Goff either.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but like Jared Goff, like if you look at Jared Goff's numbers the last 3, he's thrown for almost 4,500 yards every year.
And look at the roster that he's hiding behind.
But it's not about what he's. I'm giving you what the production that he put up, and that's when you
because of the roster.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you go in the front office, you argue contracts. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about raw production. What have I produced for you? And he can go.
So you don't think the Detroit Lions know that roster is 100% the reason why he put up those numbers? You don't think they know that?
I mean, but you can say that all you want, but like as his agent, I go in there and say, this is what my client has done for y'all the last 3 years. 4,500, 30 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns. You go in there and be like, look, the guys that put up these kind of numbers, this is what they're getting paid. Like, obviously, they didn't pay Jared Goff at the top of the market, but there's a reason why he's getting paid the way he did. It's because the production.
I mean, he got the number 2 cap hit in the league this year.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about cap hits. I'm talking about the money that he actually got and the extension that he got.
Well, that's why his cap hit is so high, because all the money that he got in advance.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like Jared Goff has more of a leg to stand. And I get Sam won the Super Bowl, but Jared got more of a leg to stand on to say, hey, I deserve this kind of money because I put up these numbers. And I mean,
I don't see it like that.
Well, I mean, that's the way agents and GM see it, though.
So also, I mean, Dante said it right. Like I've seen Jalen Milroe start for 2 seasons.
Oh my God!
Great. Well, hold on. Damn.
I let him finish though.
Yeah, damn.
I ain't even saying that. I just say, "Oh my God, go ahead."
I've seen the man start for 2 seasons. I do think that in college, the fact that he had multiple different offensive coordinators and a lot of shakeup in his time in Tuscaloosa probably didn't help him to develop much. Being in a consistent situation, or hopefully consistent situation, I think should help him to maybe develop. And I mean, I still think that there's potentially a good quarterback in Jalen Milroe. I mean, Sam Darnold, nobody thought Sam Darnold was going to be good 2 years ago. If I'd have told you he was going to win a Super Bowl, you'd have told me I was crazy. Jalen Milroe can still develop into something, man. But to ask you, Dante, are you worried maybe because Kubiak is leaving? Because, last year you did have Ryan Grubb, and I just had firsthand experience of Ryan Grubb for a season, and it wasn't great, right? But you move on from him to Kubiak, you win a Super Bowl, but now Kubiak moves on. Does that concern you? I know you spoke about it a little bit earlier, but yeah.
Short answer, yes. I didn't want Kubiak to leave because consistency matters to me. But also, I think Mike McDonald has established that he knows what he wants. And just for some more inside baseball, how we got to Ryan Grubb is because we targeted Mike McDonald as our head coach, and we couldn't interview him until towards the end of the coaching cycle. And so there wasn't much to pick from. So we had to go college. And because Ryan Grubb was coming off of a national championship run with Washington, and he's in our backyard, that was a John Schneider decision. Mike McDonald wasn't fully on board with, because his words were, "I got to see him with the run game," and we saw our run game last year. It was terrible, right? So, if you
Well, didn't you
remember,
guys want Kafka though? And because I could be
we interviewed,
remembering this
yeah.
wrong, but you guys wanted to hire Kafka as your OC. The Giants blocked it, and then you guys went and got Ryan Grubb, right?
Exactly.
That's how it
But
went.
again,
Right.
yeah, that's how it went. But again, you remember, we went after Kafka after signing Mike McDonald, which was towards the end of the coaching cycle. Like,
Well, no, you interviewed him for the head coaching job too. That's how you guys first established contact.
yeah. What I'm saying though is that our the supply and demand, there wasn't that much supply to pick from when it came to offensive coordinators when we first got Mike McDonald on. If you recall, last offseason, Clint Kubiak was signed pretty much right after the regular season ended. So we're in this situation again where the coaching cycle is over with. we're focused on the Super Bowl. We can't even look for an offensive coordinator until after everything is said and done, the dust is settled, right? So I would have loved to have a Mike McDaniels, right? But he's already signed with the Chargers. So if I was a betting man, which I'm not, but if I was a betting man, I think our next offensive coordinator is coming from within. Someone who's familiar with the offense, someone Mike McDaniel can trust. I did hear the reports that we're interviewing Connor Singer from Arizona, but there's also words swirling around that that's a Rooney Rule interview, which I'm not. That's a different discussion for a different day. But I'm firmly believe that one of the 4 candidates that have been interviewed in-house will end up being our offensive coordinator. But irregardless, I still feel that if we had one more year with Clint Kubiak, that's a lot better than seeing him go over to Vegas. But congratulations, he earned it.
Yeah, no, that was just kind of because, I mean, your defense, I think, is a given that it'll be good again next year, right? You got McDonald, that's not going to change, but the offense is going to be kind of a question. Just seeing how you guys look, because even if you run the same kind of offense, sometimes just the play caller. Right? Sometimes one play caller just has a better feel for a football game than another play caller, and they're just not as good with the same system. So,
Yep.
Hey, I'll be the witness to that. I'll be the witness. I'll verify witness to that. I won a Super Bowl last year and then had a shitty OC, and then my team looked like
Yeah. So just to give some inside baseball on our internal candidates, Jake Peets, who's the passing game coordinator, so he pretty much created the schedule or game script along with Clint Kubiak, and has called plays in the past. He's one of our candidates. Justin Outen, who I referred to when we were talking about the Super Bowl, took over the run game specialist role after we told Palomalu to go home. And he was on the same staff under Nathaniel Hackett in Russell Wilson's first year with the Broncos. And why that's significant is because when Hackett got fired, the last 2 games of the regular season, Justin Outen was the play caller, and those 2 games were the most productive by points games for the Broncos that season. So he does have that experience as well. The other 2 candidates is Andrew Janoko, who's the quarterbacks coach, and then Mac Brown, who's the tight ends coach. One of those 4 are going to end up in my again just to regurgitate. I think one of those 4 would be our OC, and if it were me, if I'm John Schneider and Mike McDaniel, I'm going to pick Justin Outen.
Okay. So I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but back to back?
It's very possible, but I alluded to it before. Like, we've got a lot of personnel that we gotta sift through and find out who we're signing and bringing back. But it is very well possible. I think the defense, especially with Mike McDonald being the play caller, like, that's got our calling card. And the cliche is true: defense wins championships. And our offense is predicated. We have a complementary football design, right? Our offense and our defense are heavily reliant on how great special teams are, and our special teams being the best in the league is a benefit to our defense being able to, keep offenses out of the red zone, what we call the death zone here in Seattle from the dark side. And our offense is designed to just not put our defense in precarious position. So if we get the right amount of guys that want to come back, which is difficult after a Super Bowl, that's the cardinal sin of winning a Super Bowl. It's people, they have to capitalize on this. And so, I don't know who's coming back. I know who I would target, but I don't know who's gonna find greener pastures. No shade to DK.
No, I agree. I mean, enjoy it though, because you could end up like certified 20 years from now talking about the last time you won the Super Bowl. So enjoy it while you can, while it's still fresh.
Oh man, little niggas, man. What my tailpipe taste? What my exhaust tastes like, dog? Because that's where you.
I don't know. It's dust because it's so old.
You have only resided in my rear view mirror.
Hey, what's your record in the Super Bowl?
5-8. I mean 5-3.
5-3. That's not better than my record in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because you hardly get there, nigga.
I'm 4-1.
Yeah, nigga, you got one more appearance than the Seahawks, and you've been around since the 1800s, nigga.
I've been around almost as long as you, I guess.
No, you have not. We didn't have leather helmets. You did.
Damn, so you older than the New York Giants,
bro, it is crazy.
I
didn't even think about that. You have one more Super Bowl appearance than the Seahawks.
I'm just curious.
And you're the fucking Giants. Are you serious right now?
I'm curious to know when the Seahawks have 5 Super Bowls and you still have 5 Super Bowls. What's your argument going to be?
Man, I won't even be alive by the time that happens.
Shit, I might not be alive next time you win a Super Bowl. I wasn't alive last time you won one.
Oh, okay. I can't even answer that. Because I know I'm just looking at how long it took to get there. Then I'm looking at how long it took to win one, and then I'm looking at how long it took to get back. Like I don't know what year that's going to be.
I've won one in every decade.
I mean, because let's listen, dog.
And you say that I've won a Super Bowl
I got
in every decade
another little nigga message for you, dog. The Seattle Seahawks has gone to back-to-back Super Bowls. Did they win back-to-back? No. You never even come close.
Wait a minute. See, because we are a football podcast, but you're going to make me do it for a second. Now, Smitty, close your ears, because I'm about to say a name that you don't like.
Back-to-back Super Bowl.
I was told it's better. Hey,
stop bringing Smitty into it.
Wait a minute. Everybody told me that it's better for LeBron not to get to the finals than to lose in the finals. So when did we start?
I ain't talking about losing.
When do we start giving credit now for getting
Listen, I didn't lose my back-to-back. So I don't know what relevance that is. Okay. What I said is the Seattle Seahawks was a fucking expansion team. And the Seattle Seahawks made it to 2 straight Super Bowls before you did. And you're the oldest team in here. You are a little nigga. That's why I called you the midget men, not the G-men, the midget men, because you're a
At what point do we stop calling the Seahawks an expansion team? We've been around for 50 years.
I'm just saying what you is. Okay.
We're still an expansion team after 50 years.
I mean, does it change?
No, I don't change. Once you are started as an expansion, you're an expansion.
Okay.
You're not the last expansion.
You're not the newest expansion team.
But the point that I'm making is an expansion team made it to back-to-back Super Bowls before a team that was one of the original
Plaxico Burress ain't Cheddar Bob himself, we would have been in back.
Hey Dante, hold on. Real quick analogy. Right now, if they started a docu-series of the NFL right from day one, right? They would the first thing you would see was the original founders, right? The original teams.
and then they would add on the other teams that got added, and then you would see the expansion teams too, right? So you would get Carolina Panthers, Houston, Seattle, all those teams would be in kind of like the same segment. Even though you've been around 50 years, you started after everybody else. You know what I mean?
I get it. I was literally clarifying.
Hey, look, on my team, I get what you're saying. I was just giving, why, like, because even like my team, shit, we've been around since 1933. I mean, obviously, I can't use those championships, but shit, to get the Super Bowl, I mean, hey, I really can't argue when he was yelling because I'm like, shit, it took me 50.
See, but that's the thing, right? Because I got the oldest organization in here, we was winning championships before the Super Bowl. Like the Lombardi wouldn't even be the Lombardi if it wasn't for us, because Lombardi came from over here.
Well, my team wasn't around, nigga. I can't attest to that. My team wasn't in the league when you won the NFL championship.
Wait a minute, sir. I don't care because that's what you've been telling me all episode.
What the fuck? My team.
You told me all episodes. You don't care. You don't care about it. It's not about your lifetime, right?
I can see if my team was in the league and we had the opportunity to stop y'all from going to the championship game.
I have NFL championships.
So what are you telling? What you need to tell a nigga that was in the league when you was winning NFL championships? The point that I'm making is you've been established.
Talk to somebody about them 5 Super Bowls
for
that
over
was actually alive
years,
when you
dog,
won them 5 Super Bowls. Stop talking to me about them 5 Super Bowls.
And you want to know why your team didn't ever go back to back? Because we dominated you when we was winning Super Bowls. That's why your team didn't go back to back.
2011 when we beat y'all to go.
But we wasn't winning Super Bowls in 2011. The reason why you didn't go back to back because that 13-year run that we was on, we stopped y'all from going back to back. That's why.
You see how he want to go back to the past? He just living back in the 90s.
They all speak from the same pamphlet.
Okay.
I said that already.
Because your team was there, nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Look,
I'm
he
talking about the
didn't
period
tell
of time.
me not to talk to him.
I'm talking about the period of time when my
about
team was
stuff
dominating.
that happened before his team
Why are you
was in the
talking to me
NFL.
about a period of time when my team wasn't around, nigga?
Like stuff that happened before I was alive. I was not even alive yet when I was winning Super Bowls. Stop talking to me about stuff that happened before my lifetime.
Was your team? Can you tell me that my team was there when your team was winning NFL championships?
That's a you issue, not a me issue.
Okay, then. I'm not talking about you, nigga. I'm talking about your team.
Then shut the fuck up because we are the OGs on the block.
So why
y'all
the
ain't
fuck
the
am I going to
OGs
sit
on the
here
block?
and talk about a period of time that my team didn't exist? What sense does that make, Drake?
The Duke got the name the Duke because of the Giants.
I don't care.
No, you know. We are the NFL.
Nigga, you ain't never went back to back. Because you're a flash in the fucking pan. That's why. How about that?
I mean,
how about that?
Are you going to go back to winning a Super Bowl since 1995? Okay. We got to go back.
When you catch up, I'll be motivated to do so. When you finally catch up to me, I'll be motivated to do so. Did we settle that?
I mean, the Patriots passed you up.
I said that. I said the only nigga that walked me down was
the Patriots. Why you ain't motivated?
But technically, the Steelers walked me down.
They don't motivate you?
Because I made it to 5 before they did. So the Steelers walked me down and the Patriots walked me down.
So you done got lapped up twice already, and you still talking to me? It sounds like you got bigger friction problems, brother.
Well, the Patriots lapped you too. What are you talking about?
I beat the Patriots twice.
What are you talking about? Okay, but they still lapped you. So what?
They can't talk to me.
Okay, and I beat Denver in the Super Bowl. So what? What?
You want a cookie?
Do you want a cookie?
No, you brought up the Patriots. I just responded.
You brought up the Patriots. You said the Patriots.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You brought up the Patriots.
You just said it 30 seconds ago.
Well, you brought them up lapping me, and I said I don't care about that because I beat them.
Okay, well, and they lapped you too.
We appreciate it. Y'all are good. Hey Dante, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. I didn't expect it to go 2 hours. It was only supposed to go an hour, then an hour to rebuild. So I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you, Dante, and see if you want to come on and help.
And the Chiefs
do the rebuild for the Seattle Seahawks next week. I got you. I think he tagged you on Twitter.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, we're gonna do the rebuild for Seattle. So hit you up and see if you want to do it, man. Shit. Anybody you think that want to come too? I mean, the more the merrier. But we
Okay.
are gonna get that Seattle Seahawks rebuild out to y'all this week. Hopefully soon. Should be 2 this week.
No, we
I don't know what the
definitely
second team is gonna be, but
Hey, sir, how do you like the off-white? I just want to know. Does that go?
Off-white what?
The off-white
You
in the
talking
hat.
about the Ram shit?
No. I'm talking about this championship hat. Does the off-white set off the Seahawk? Can you see it?
I mean, nah. I ain't even looking at my phone right now.
Can we rebuild the San Francisco Bummy Niners next week?
Man, shut your little nigga. Be quiet.
Can you do something in my lifetime?
Little nigga, I
Dre,
know.
my plan is the Super Bowl teams.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Hey, look, hey Dante.
Last time you won a Super Bowl.
Make sure you come back, dog, because we be struggling to find somebody for the Rams and the Seahawks and the Cardinals, dog, don't win this draft season.
I don't know that the Cardinals even have fans, to be honest with you. But I got you on the Seahawks though.
No, they be on Twitter heavy week 1 through 4. And
no,
somebody said, "Brother Sir breathing heavy, talking crazy." They said you out here fighting for your life. I got you boxed in a corner, sir. That's what they saying in the comments.
Oh, but tell my fans to pipe the fuck down too.
You calling me a little nigga? I must be David and you must be Goliath.
Losers too. The chances
I must be David and you must be Goliath. You've been calling me a little nigga all episodes. I've been piecing you up.
Loserville.
I've been piecing you up.
Loserville.
You gonna cry in the car?
I'm gonna cry in your stadium after I kick your ass again.
You gonna cry,
little nigga?
How you gonna call me a little nigga and your voice done cracked 5 times on this episode?
Because I gotta talk so that you can understand me. I had to speak in your dialect, little nigga.
Put some bass in your voice, nigga.
I ain't putting shit in shit.
You see how you try to sound.
We appreciate all y'all for stepping in. Y'all, if y'all in the comments, if y'all on Twitter, man, go to the YouTube page, like, comment, and subscribe. Tap in with us. Y'all see what it is. Raw, authentic, genuine, no fluff. We give it to you raw every Saturday, 11:15. And now we got the Dynasty recap during the week. Hey, man, we appreciate all y'all for tapping in. We appreciate Dante. We appreciate Ron. We appreciate Vino for all tapping in on the show for the recap, for the victory lap. We'll see y'all next week, man. Until then,
This is the check down. No fluff. No filters. Just football.